welcome to episode 2 of Top Tier Discussions. This week we have two Muay Thai masters with us to discuss Adon, a very rare character. You don't see him often, but when you do see him, they're usually pretty damn good. I'll say that. So this week we have Blockbuster John and Boricuda joining us.
What's going on, guys? Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And then we also have my co-host who's sitting here silently, T3 FGC. He's here to help guide the conversation and ask some good questions because I don't know shit about Adon. You know, I know how I interact with him, but that's about it. You know, so I'm gonna let these guys, these masters who've been, John, you've been playing since how long? Vanilla? Are you vanilla, or did you get in early super?
I've been playing since vanilla. Yeah. I've been playing this game competitively since vanilla. Street Fighter has been just my favorite game series, though. Like my top 3 game series is our MGS, the Metal Gear series. Street Fighter would be next, and then it's been a toss-up lately of the Batman Arkham games and Spider-Man, because that Spider-Man game was damn good. So yeah, those are the top 3. Yep.
So great.
And then
I've been playing Street Fighter for a minute, but yeah, vanilla is when I started playing competitively.
Nice. And Boricuda, how about yourself? You were recommended to me by a couple of the more recent players, so I'm not familiar with you as much as I am with John, who's all over YouTube.
Yeah, I was more of a kind of a local guy. I'm more an 09er.
Okay.
Such as I heard that thrown around. And I was playing in locals mostly in North Carolina. I'm around the Charlotte area, so we were playing in the Rock'em Sock'em tournament league. It's actually part of what Ace used to play in. Ace Unlimited.
Oh, okay.
Tactics Peck and Priest and all the really good 3S guys like Knuckle Dust and Jibbo used to come around.
Oh wow, okay.
The guys from New York used to come down here. Dominion, Flash Metroid, Noel Brown. They used to get some kind of competition back then in this little area. It wasn't much of a scene, but we had some people come through.
I mean, it did enough if it got you on our stream, man. You're definitely getting recognized by somebody for your play. So, shout outs to the North Carolina scene.
Appreciate y'all.
No, definitely. So, if you guys were here last time, we have our giant tier list that is on Google Sheets. It automatically updates. So if I go on the sheet and change any numbers, you'll see it live. It's formatted, and we have all that here for you guys to talk about. So, we're just gonna jump right into it. Do you guys have any easy matchups that we can just run through? You know, like let me just get Ryu squared away and like maybe some of the Shotos just out of the way. If the matchup isn't too detailed in your opinion, so. What about Adon versus Ryu?
Adon versus Ryu, I think it's a clean 6-4. I mean, I have my matchup chart right here. I think it's a clean 6-4.
Okay.
There are some minutia, but yeah, other than that, 6-4. Ryu's got that fireball, which is the detriment to him because Adon could either react Jaguar kick over it, instant air Jaguar kick over it, EX Jaguar kick,
Yeah, it's pretty easy to react to.
It is. It's just one of his main tools that gets shut down. Also, you got to think of Adon's stand roundhouse as its own fireball. So at that close proximity range, you could kind of, if you're ready for it, stuff that fireball. If you have that read going, it'll stuff the startup. But yeah, it's a clean 6-4. Gotta say, it's like there's nothing really to go over other than that's tough. And Adon's got some BS on Ryu too.
Oh man, okay, we're definitely gonna have to go back and circle back and you give me some tech I can try to pull off in training mode here or something.
Oh yeah, easy.
So that's an easy one. All right, Boricuda, do you got any other easy ones that you think both players will agree on the matchup?
For just Shotos or in general?
No, just in general for Adon. Anything quick that you think like, all right, everybody knows Adon washes this guy or loses to this guy, whatever it is. Like what is another one?
I honestly think it's Blanka.
Blanka, really? Okay.
To me, it's either a 6-4 or 6.5 and 3.5 situation. To be honest with you.
Wow. Okay, that one I did not know.
Yeah, personally, I got that one at 5-5.
Yeah, well, to me, it's more of a 6-4, but I think Adon has the favor in that matchup, to be honest with you.
Really? And John, I heard you say 5-5, so...
Personally, I have that one at 5-5.
Interesting.
Just from playing cast.
Okay, so hold on. Let's make sure we're separating cast being exceptional from the match being difficult? Because I know that's gonna happen. You know, we're gonna have our own personal bias, especially you being an exceptional Adon, where you're shitting on people who, you know, are not as good as you. You know, so
Yeah,
is it
yeah. I
is
mean,
it Cass being strong, or is there some things you might have noticed that he's doing that most Blankas aren't aware of, or
it's the latter. It's
okay,
actually both of those things for EJ. But the other thing too is when I like look at a matchup, even if I don't play the character, I try to look at it from the lens of the highest, possible level of play, not my recency bias. So I even
fair,
go like
okay,
from back then. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, so
the stuff that Cass does in that matchup that really no other Blancas does. He takes his time. He kind of
mm.
he's a little bit more patient than other Blancas. He's the gauge, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know what I will say? No offense to the Blanca community if you guys are in here, but I would say honestly, like 90% of the Blancas are going to be your typical online Blanca. So having somebody like Cass who plays it correctly, plays patiently, and is willing to just work until they're in the right spot and do what they need to do to win is not very common. So I could see him
Right.
being strong enough to definitely sway somebody of John's
He can
caliber's opinion as well.
he
I,
can win
I
without Blanca balls.
Yeah, he
To be
can.
honest.
That's the other thing too. Yeah, because that's the main detriment to what Bori's saying. Is probably
Mm.
why he feels like it's 6-4. Any Blanca ball is a free punished with Jaguar kick and or Ultra One if you got that one ready, and you
Mm.
can get full animation, not just the juggle.
Mm. All right, so let's just get this one locked down because Bori's saying 6. And you're saying 5. So is it like a 5.5 a slight advantage, and we give the 0.5 to Cass, and the rest of the Blancas are clear 5.5, or is it? Or you really want to stick to that 5, John? Is that something you're willing to fight for?
That's me. I
Okay.
mean, that's the beauty of having two different players is you can disagree.
Mm.
But like I said, and let me add to this too. I don't think any of the Blanca players now are. I think we've at this point in the game, all the bad Blanca players have been weeded out because I think Sephiroth, Benzo, Amazing, and Cass are the only active ones, and they're all good within their own rights. Like Sephiroth is pretty good.
Cephic's ridiculous all around. That
Yeah,
dude's
he's good.
ridiculous.
He's good at getting the links down. Cast is really good at the footsie side of things. Benzo's neutral is really good in terms of his movement in neutral. And Amazing 21 is like the student of those guys, and he tries to blend little things of everything into his gameplay. But the best one, still, in my opinion, is Cast. But yeah, like I said, the beauty of two different opinions is, we're probably gonna have some differences in these matchup charts. So
All right, I'm
we'll
gonna
see.
put a
Actually,
5.5. We're gonna go in the middle.
Okay.
I can definitely agree with the 5-5, but I still think, in my opinion, Adon has the advantage in that matchup.
Okay, so even with a slight 5.5, anything we could touch upon. If the overall list doesn't look right to you guys, we can definitely do another sweep and see what we got going on there.
This thing, I mean, John has played a lot more experienced players than I have, so he'll have a different opinion than I
Okay,
will.
cool. All right, so let me ask you guys this: we had Kiyoma on last time. He said very easily Adon beats Abel 6-4. Is that something you guys agree with as well?
I actually have that as 6-4 as well in my matchup chart.
Okay.
And you can actually, I don't know if you want to bring this up. Kiyoma actually played Gamer B at a Capcom Cup.
Okay. Let's see if I have that on my list. Let me put that 6 on here for us, though.
Yeah.
All right. So we have 2 accurate matchups that both players agree with. Yes. I like that.
At least I have it on my 6-4. I know Bori a while ago was saying that Abel makes Adon bleed.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned it over the time, but he used to be a really bad matchup. Grapplers in general, I really struggle with. I think that's one of the detriments of Adon in general is just grapplers, and to me, it's more of an extreme because I like to block and I like to see what's going on, and blocking in a grappler matchup is the worst thing you can really do. So it's more of a disadvantage for me in those type of matchups, at least.
Yeah, but as far as what Kiyoma probably said, I don't know if you mentioned this, but Adon gets a mid-screen double DP combo on Abel.
Okay. And let me ask you about the double DP because I've seen it. So how do you get that? Is it character dependent, or is there something spacing you can set up on almost any character?
It's spacing dependent. So it's your hit confirms prior to. So for example, Abel, if you can bring up that Gamer B match, he gets a jump in. He gets a jump in and he'll do low short, low jab, low strong, or low jab, low strong DP, and then EXDP as a follow up mid screen. And you'll see him do that in this match at some point. And then I was showing off this tech this year, even though I'd known about it for a while. I just told Bori about it the other day. He forgot. Adon's got a cross-up Jaguar kick on Abel.
Yeah, I
Wow,
completely
is
forgot
a
about that.
grounded Jaguar or
What's
air
the setup
Jaguar?
for
A
that?
grounded Jaguar kick.
Interesting.
So if Abel's holding down back, you just hit him with close medium punch and medium kick Jaguar kick, and it crosses up.
He can stay? I'm assuming he can just stand and stop it from going over. Only way.
He could stand from stopping and going over, but
Okay.
you know it's it's like tough because you know their general nature is to hold down back.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to discredit his usability. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
you
that's
definitely
cool.
can. You definitely can.
I'm definitely gonna have to look at that in video. I just want to see what it looks like. All right, so let's move on down the matchup list here. How do you do against? Let's pick somebody old too. Like, how's? Oh wait, you guys got another easy matchup you want to go through?
Yeah, I got a few. I don't know if you want to run through them real quick.
I'll run through a couple more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a long list.
So, Sagat, Fuerte.
Okay, so
Guile.
Sagat, is just a straight 6'4"? Are these like your 6'4"s in Adon's favor?
The 6'4's in Adon's favor. Yeah, Guile as well. I don't know if you heard that one.
Okay.
Bori's gonna disagree with me on this one, but this is my opinion because I've played some of the best people at playing this character. I have Honda at a 6'4".
Really?
I've learned. I've played better Hondas over the period of time that I've been playing over the last year or so, and well, really just SNK. This SNK showed me the power of Honda against Adon and how much he can stop him.
Really? Wow. I'm blown away.
He can turtle his way to a easy victory, to be honest, but not completely easy because you can mix them up and all that stuff. But it's a lot harder than I thought it was in the past.
Yeah. So here's my take on it, and I learned this from playing Mike Ross over the years. And you know, I got arrows and missing. SoCal had a lot of good Hondas. We had Arrow. We had Vienna Hot Dog, who was a really good Honda player that nobody knew about in SoCal.
I've heard that name before. So that's
he was probably the best one out of or behind Mike. Just no cap to Arrow. Arrow's a good player, but Vienna Hot Dog had that blend of offense and defense that Arrow was kind of lacking. But my general strategy against Honda, first of all, if I get a knockdown and Bori, I kill his charge. I don't care if it's a safe jump or not. I don't care if they delay wake up. I'm constantly hopping over their body because I care about getting hit by a headbutt. I don't care if I get hit by a butt slam. Don't care.
Right. Then you can DP it. So I mean, if it
Exactly.
goes
You could DP it. You could focus it on the way down.
over.
The other thing is Adon always he has 17 different ways to hit the cross-up Jaguar kick on Honda.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair sometimes.
17 different ways, and then the other thing is too, you can alter your jump trajectory. So if you're jumping at Honda from say mid screen, and he's ready to react with a headbutt, EX headbutt, you just you don't commit to a button, so you can change your jump arc. And those are the reasons, especially the way I play. I think it's a 6'4". Even Mr. SNK doesn't like that matchup. He thinks Adon wins as well.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, he has pretty good option selects against headbutt and all that stuff.
The safe jump option selects too. Yep.
So now that you guys have developed the technical side and the true understanding, it's no longer that simple matchup people thought it was. It actually is. So it's kind of like bad Adons will still lose that, but once you have the experience, it's like okay, like we can actually rock here. Okay, so you're saying 6'4" in Adon's favor. Wow.
I think it's 6'4" in Adon's favor. If you go back 10 seconds on that video for you, Jay, he did the combo too.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back 10 seconds here. Oh, wait, is it before the stun?
Before the stun.
Okay, so let's go back here.
But yeah, so I mean, I haven't really. There aren't too many Hondas that.
Oh, actually, you went
but
around here.
There are the ones that do know they can.
Bori, let me ask you this: How did you do against Mist? Because we know Mist uses
it's
the power up.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. You have to think as Honda, and if you can think, I think you can overcome a lot of what Adon can do by just neutral jumping back, and I mean, once you get in on Honda, it's over. But he can zone you pretty well. It's kind of hard to get in.
right here.
I actually cannot wait to see that, to be honest, because I got to see like a long set of that so I can see it. It's probably something that might help me grow as a player, seeing it just play completely different than what I perceived. So I definitely want to see that in the future.
Mr. SNK has a bunch of videos on his YouTube channel of us playing. I think he asked me to do a first to five with him like a year or two ago. So he's got that.
I'll definitely check him out for that.
Yeah, but there's tons of footage. We've played each other a lot over the past couple of years.
And you said Guile was the easy 6-4. That one we've known for a while. You know, all he has is boom and flash kick. He's got to throw the boom. And you're going to be able to move around. Adon's a very quick character as well. Coming up and down very quickly. Jaguars, I'm assuming, is the case, right? This is from the outside looking in, of course.
Yeah, and then once he gets knocked down, he's like a turtle on his back, you know, literally and figuratively speaking.
So before we move off of Guile, right, because then this is a quick one. Are there any guys that have given you like legitimate trouble where you're thinking like maybe it's like, nah, this guy's just nice? Has it ever happened? Or is it just not a straight 6-4?
I can't say personally because I've only ever played Dominion one time.
Okay.
And that's when he was out over here. Yeah, and it was one time on the sticks, and it was close. He beat me, but we were also on the arcade setup too, so I had to get off. It wasn't like a set or anything like
that. Okay. Yeah. One and done doesn't mean too much now. Okay, so we got another 6 in the way. We got E Honda 6. That was surprising. Guile 6. Who else? We had Ryu and Sagat as 6s.
I have 173.
Really?
You got a 7-3? Yeah.
I honestly think the 7-3 is El Fuerte.
You think it's El
Forte? Body?
For me at least. Unless he is the only thing scary about El Forte really is if he can do RSF. If he can continue that, because Adon doesn't have that much health. I mean, he does, but if he can continue it, that's what's really bad.
Adon is one of the characters that gets hit a lot by RSFs too. Like he can get like at least 10, 11 reps of it, something like that.
Right. But other than that, I mean, he can option select for most of the game and get by. I mean,
yeah. Do you dash under the mix-up if you're knocked down?
I tried to either focus or dash. A lot of the times I'll jump in and just do heavy jag kick just to avoid like the spin. I can't remember what the name is.
Okay, the air grab, right? That you're talking about?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I can't. But
that's tortilla.
What names are terrible?
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So you're saying 7-3, and John, what are you saying? Because you said you
had
had one.
I have that one as 6-4, but my 7-3 is actually Rolento.
You know what? And John, I'm so happy you said that. You know what? I'm putting a 7 on that one ASAP because we can talk about that one real quick. And then you had 6-4. No, you said 7-3 El Fuerte. And you said you have Elf that's even for Adon.
No, I said 6-4.
6-4.
Yeah,
okay, so we're gonna put a 6.5. You can do 6.4.
Rolento, I really agree with 7.
No, honestly, I've been preaching this for a long time, and I'm sure you guys understand because your character, follows the formula of things that beats Rolento. His defense is not real. So if you get a knockdown that allows you to stay close to him and jab, how is he supposed to get you off him? Like, unless you make a mistake, how do you lose to that character with certain characters? I just think he's overrated, and I hope my sheet will help me prove that. But until then, I'm glad there's a big fat 7, another high number in the Rolento column.
Yeah, and you can actually go Olympic Gaming. Remember that guy?
I've seen the name. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a video of me playing up against a Rolento player, and I think the way I play that matchup demonstrates why it's a 7-3. You just option select everything. When he tries to wake up with the roll, like the overhead, you option select, you DP it. Like he's like you said, his defense is what his detriment is, and Rolento loses to characters with great pressure. So like the Rufuses, the Cammys, the Vipers, Adons, even Sagat. Sagat beats Rolento.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah. And I play Rolento too. So
his offense is spectacular, But I once I figured out like jab wait or jab option select, I figured out like 5 of my 7 characters can beat him. I was like, why was I losing to this guy?
Yeah.
All right, so that's interesting.
Okay. It's a wrap.
And that was the thing too. At when Nemo played Gamerby at Evo 2015 that year, I remember Mark Teddy was sitting next to me. He was like, "Who's he gonna use? He's gonna use Elena." He's like, "No, he's gonna use Adon." And sure enough, he used Adon.
Wow.
I knew all the matchups Gamerby was going to use Adon in the top 8 for Evo that year because I was like, oh, it's just better to use Adon.
Yeah. And I was actually going to ask you about that because a lot of these videos I've seen had Gamerby with the name Adon on it, but when I inspected him later on, they were all Elena. So was it was just for victory? You know, if Elena's a better character, that's who he was playing. He wasn't giving up on Adon. He was just using the right tool.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
That's what he was doing. Because like what Bori said earlier, if you can find any video of Adon or Gamer playing grapplers in Ultra version, he's using Elena. He's not using Adon. Not saying that he couldn't do it, but he wanted the easiest time possible.
Yeah, you know, why struggle when you already have a pocket character that has the range and the buttons to deal with grapplers better than Adon does? Yeah, can't blame him at all for that. Since we're talking about Evo level competition, let's talk about Seth. So Seth was a matchup I was surprised. I think I asked you on your stream one time, John, or at some point. It definitely came from you. But you were saying that Adon is actually one of Seth's bad matchups, and I'm a Seth, like, I think Seth's the best character in the game on paper, so that's my argument. You know, we won't go too far into that, but I'm surprised to hear, you know, that Seth loses to Adon pretty cleanly, and that you're not the only Adon to say that, or to agree with that.
Even historically, Bunko hated playing Gamer B. He hated playing Gamer B.
So what is actually happening in that matchup that is leading us in this direction?
It's really the damage, I think, that he takes. What were you gonna say, Bori? Go ahead.
He bleeds. I mean, he once he's in, and Adon has all his big boy combos. Like if he can FADC from crouch medium kick to rising jaguar at almost range is unheard of. So he has a lot more damage in that matchup, and Seth bleeds, so it kind of.
There's a lot of things you can react to too. Like if he tries to tandem engine you at a bad range, that's a free air jaguar kick combo. And it used to be worse, Free J. Back before they buffed his standing fierce on block, if you blocked a standing fierce in 2012, Adon can ultra one it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stretchy arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So it's the next match after this one.
The thing that's really hard about Seth, I think, is his dive kick. Getting around that.
That's the only trouble I have is the damn dive kick, because it's the angle where he hits you and how it hits sometimes. Like you try to answer back with it because you want to. It's not that you just want to sit there and block. You just want to answer it. You want to try to contest it, and sometimes you'll miss. Sometimes you'll hit him and it'll be like one hit of an EXDP, but that's something I really got to stop trying to do, and I got to figure out another way around it.
And EXDP doesn't really get you out like most other characters, so he can still punish it from whatever you do.
That dive is coming from a forbidden angle. It's one of the hard angles to deal with in 2D fighters. So clearly 6-4. Okay, that one's in there.
That's the only thing. If his dive kick wasn't so good, it'd be 7-3.
Damn. Yeah. So hold on. So who does Adon lose to? Because I'm looking at my list here, and there's a lot of green. It's a lot of green. Let me get this on the screen for you guys. A lot of green. Look at this. Blanka advantage. Abel. Does he lose to anybody? Who does this guy lose to? Fess up right now. Interrogation style. I need an answer.
Bori and I agree on two characters.
Okay.
It's T-Hawk and it's M Bison.
Really? All right. Bison I could see, but T-Hawk. Actually, you know what? T-Hawk's going to be able to sustain that pressure on you in a way that most grapplers are going to have trouble. I mean, not trouble, but it's not as easy if T-Hawk. You keep him close to light punch.
Yeah. It's first of all, T-Hawk it's him and Hugo with the most health in the game, right? Most health in the game. And then you got to think about this, Free J. If T-Hawk jumps at you, he has the option to Condor Dive, which beats DP.
Oh, it beats your DP.
It beats DP.
I can see that interacting that way, yeah.
Okay, because of the angle. Okay, interesting.
It just outright wins. Not even because of the angle. It outright wins.
Oh.
And a lot of the times they can time it to where it lands right in front of you. If it goes back, I mean, if it's a full kind of animation and he falls back, you have Ultra 1 to kind of fall back on.
Okay, that makes sense.
500 damage, but most of the time it just lands right in front of you.
Oh, it's 480 now. It's 480 now.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Used to be 5.
Yeah,
that 20 points, save it.
That matchup is terrible. It takes so long to kill T-Hawk. You have to slow your game down.
And he's a grappler, and he's a grappler with a DP. So safe jumping him is an option, but you also got to realize if you're gonna try to safe jump him, you run the risk of getting SPD'd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic.
So What's funny is we said Seth is a 6'4". I feel like T-Hawk is his style of play is the same as Seth. Personally, this is just me in terms of risk reward, except his health is the mitigator. Instead of having an FADC, he's got all that health. So he can mash SPD and DP on your block strings and get some fat damage, or he can get punished. But he's got that health to mitigate the risk.
And you know what? That's also why I play the T-Hawk on the side, man. It's definitely a good take, dude. Do not feel bad about that take. Because I played T-Hawk and I was like, wait a second, I have a DP and SPD. I can keep idiots away from me just by existing? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm taking that. I like that.
I mean, and let's look at, it's not an 8-on match, but when Koji played Samurai at Evo, you saw how he played. Like, there's T-Hawk players that can do that. I was playing a more composed T-Hawk back in my day. I was playing Hung B. For those who don't know, Hung B is an excellent third strike player. He's one of the top third strike players in America at the time. He played Akuma and Vanilla, and then when Super came out, he stuck to T-Hawk. So he's a footsie-based character. So he was showing me things that I didn't know T-Hawk could do to Adon. Because before I didn't really think anything of the matchup. I thought at worst 5-5. But I met him at round 1. We were playing, and he was whiff punishing stand roundhouse with standing fierce. So that's fat damage I'm eating already. And then he would low forward option select. So if I would try to approach with a Jaguar kick, he's option selecting Ultra 2. So I would get hit Ultra 2 every time. And it's hard to safe jump Ultra 2. I think it's a 4-frame Ultra startup or something like that.
T-Hawk standing roundhouse is such a good button against Adon. It's crazy.
That too. Yep. The distance it covers, the hitbox it covers, it hurts.
Yeah, everything about that matchup just hurts.
Yeah, that's easily a 7-3 in T-Hawk's favor.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm muted here. I got somebody in the chat asking about what you guys think about the Akuma matchup. My assumption before going in, I'm assuming the wake up timing is going to help you, but these are harder knockdowns. So what actually happens there?
So I got Akuma. So I have my tier list right here in front of me, Free J. We did it on my stream a while ago. I don't do 5.5s.
Okay.
So I round up or round down. So I have Akuma in the 4 to 6 Akuma's favor.
Okay, that's fair.
Because he still has setups. There's no, I don't know if you're aware of this, Free J, but they did normalize Adon's wake up time.
They did. Okay. How far off is it from normal wake up time? So I know it's still different, but it can't be 100% normal.
It's normal on his back, and then face down, it's slightly different. But yeah,
okay, so that's definitely a big nerf in that matchup. I can see that being like a saving grace before, where they can't use all these canned set play setups and they have to think a little harder. But if you got normalized and they're going back to some of their other setups, then it's a lot of game they can run on you guys.
Yeah, and I'm going. My reasoning for that matchup is I played one high-level Japanese Akuma at Evo, and he just rocked me. Some of the stuff against that matchup worked against him, and he was kind of taken aback a little bit. But he hit me with a setup for delayed wake up, and I was like, oh shit, I can't delay wake up. I'm like, all right. So yeah, that's where I'm basing I do well against Akuma's, here and now. But if it's a high-level Japanese Akuma, I think Akuma wins.
Is it something you would counterpick as well, or is it something that you think Adon players can work hard and be proficient in?
Well, like I told you, I gave you that caveat before. I don't do 5.5s. I round down or round up. So I think it's more closer to 5.5. So I wouldn't counterpick.
Okay, that's cool then. I like that though.
I think what really messes Adon up in that matchup is Akuma has Ultra 2 and can punish Jaguar and Jaguar kick, and really. He still has the setup, like you said, but he still does bleed. I mean, once you get in, it's and you can punish his teleport. Unlike, I think you can't.
Unless he has Ultra 2, then you got to stop.
Right, exactly, and that's what messes it up.
I don't let him get out. Yeah.
But if you see Akuma with an Ultra 1, to me, that's at least an even matchup. But the Ultra 2 is what makes the difference.
Yeah, it's really Ultra 2. I always tell, like, when I play Fat Block, he's one of the active, and I think probably like the only Akuma right now. I always ask him, like, why don't you use Ultra 2 against me? Because he tries to low forward demon me off like Jaguar kicks and stuff like that. But I still think Ultra 2 is the way to go.
And Adon can beat that because you don't have to press a button. If you don't press a button in reversal timing after or DP or something, you can beat him clean. So he has to use Ultra 2, and that's what really makes it.
I mean, like, you can see it in the video example. Like, Adon's Jaguar kick is an advancing forward move, so he can just teleport on reaction, and Ultra 2 if he's ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's something that Akuma's of a certain caliber, they're gonna pick Ultra 2. So if you're sitting down with Akuma play, they pick Ultra 2. You're like, all right, this guy knows.
I think they should pick Ultra 2. Yeah, I think all Akuma players should play Ultra 2. I'm not trying to set anybody up like, oh, that, I'm setting you up because you
saving it for Evo. Like, you idiot, you should have picked one.
Yeah, no. That's the we're at a stage in this game where you got to pick the right Ultra for the matchup, and I think that's the right Ultra for the matchup.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. If you want to have some fun and casuals and try around, try some stuff, go for it. But if you're trying to win, it seems clear to me that Ultra 2 is the correct choice. So let's see who we got here.
Oh, so wait, Lewis saying his Akuma standing hard kick is good too. That's the one thing I disagree. That's actually a detriment to Akuma in that matchup because Adon could focus and dash, focus the first hit, absorb it, and then dash under the second hit and punish.
Wow.
I do that all the time to Akuma players. I will bait it. So somebody like what's the guy's name? He's been playing on the exhibitions a while. Oh my god. He's an Akuma player, been playing on the exhibitions for a while. He's played Brent, he's played Ace Unlimited. Anybody know, Roman, you know who I'm talking about? If Akuma uses Ultra 1, though, he's canceling it. Yeah, exactly. But
true. That's one situation where it's helpful versus Ultra 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I bait this one Akuma player. He plays on PC and PS4. Auto Demon. There you go. Thank you, Yellow Slides. Auto Demon has it in his muscle memory. If you see focus, he's pressing roundhouse. So every time I will bait him with that focus, and he's pressing roundhouse, and I'm dashing under and punishing him.
Wow. I can't wait to try that in training mode because that's gonna be sick.
I'm jealous of that tool.
I would beat my chest like a gorilla if I hit somebody with that on stream for tournament wins. Like, yeah, I'm a monster, bro. I like that. Alright, so Akuma, 4-6. Akuma's favorite. Alright, we're moving down. Let's get Elena out of the way. She's not fun to talk about. So does Adon struggle like the rest of the boys here and girls? Or does Adon have some stuff that he has for Elena that she might not be ready for?
He definitely has some BS.
Okay.
I think if she didn't have healing, I think Adon would win. And that's you could say that for a lot of characters in the game. I think the biggest thing what people don't realize, like they look at Elena at face value and like, oh, she's BS. Well, it's not that she's BS. It's that you got to have the mental endurance to beat her because you are essentially going up against 1.5 to 2 life bars in that matchup. So it's mental endurance that beats the players. I don't think it's the character itself. Because I had, I don't know if you saw Free J, Justin was joining the tournaments and I had the pleasure of playing his Elena.
I don't think that sounds genuine, but I heard that pleasure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, because he couldn't beat me with Rufus because I play Brent all the time. So he went straight to Elena. And I was picking up on things that I kind of already felt. I say this all the time. My hot take is if we had more time with the game, I don't think Elena would be as big of a problem as she is now.
I agree. I think she would have slipped down from S to maybe A plushes. You know what I mean? Once people develop their stuff and stop running from her in general. You know what I mean? It's like people didn't want to do all the work necessary.
Yeah, and we didn't have time to. We only had 2 years. We had 3 years of 2012.
Yeah, I don't know about what you're seeing, but we didn't have a lot over here. The only ones I could say is like Bunch and then maybe like Defeat Lee. I'm sure used her at some point, I think.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any like real mains. Like the only person I seen that I would say mained her was like Gamer B at that level, and then Wong. That's it.
Yeah, Wong was living at the time, but over here, but he wasn't coming out as much. He was. It was the height of, or the beginning of, Hollywood FGC. So he had his obligations, and he was taking care of himself. So I can't fault him. But I did play him once, back when the game came out, and I was like, oh yeah, this character is weird. Like the hit stun on her slide is weird. But yeah, I think it's 5.5, but I have it at a 4.6. But Adon's got some bullshit. He's got cross-up Jaguar kicks on her too that I was doing on Justin, and he streams when he plays, so you can go back if he has it up there. He's like, what the hell? And then if you block her DP, you get a double DP mid-screen.
Ooh, okay, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sako. I forgot about Sako's Elena.
Yeah,
Any
Sako.
execution characters? I'm sure there's a Sako version of that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Sako.
still been trying to do that double DP on block, and I can't get it. for
It's so
some
weird
reason, but
timing, but yeah,
It is.
it definitely works. It
Okay,
definitely works.
so
But yeah, I have her winning the matchup, but like I said for you, Jay, if we had more
Mhm.
time with this game to digest that character and you know, really sit down and figure her out, I think she would have, you know, gone like down a peg, or people would have had a hard time.
hmm
So I think she's the only caveat, because I feel like I think her and Decapre are the characters that take some high execution to be good with.
hmm
But you know, because of the rarity of those characters, at least in our scene, you didn't see a lot of people excel with the character, so you kind of just brushed it off as like, yeah, well, you know, when I counter it, I'll counter it.
Nah, I definitely hear you. I think the reason we don't see a lot of certain types of characters, the American way is we definitely believe in Occam's razor as a community. Like, we're gonna pick the easiest and simple thing that's gonna get us the victory, and people aren't going to explore. And I think we saw that, you know, not to dive into Marvel 3, but I saw that with Marvel 3. You know, everybody's playing a certain group of characters because either the most effective is the easiest, and only Japan was really experimenting, or there were some outlier players who did well for themselves with obscure
Nemo
teams.
with the Doctor Strange and the Nova, and who was this?
Yeah, nobody was Spencer. Nobody was touching that before him.
Yep.
But in America, it wouldn't have happened.
Joe, those guys, Frank West player.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Joe.
Ata pretty good in Marvel 3 as well?
I think he entered before though. I think I've seen him enter Marvel 3 back in the height of 4.
I think he was one of the players that beat Chris G.
Oh shit!
In like the height.
I gotta see that. What did he do?
I want to see the team he ran.
Same. But no, I definitely hear you, man. It's definitely an American thing, and I wish we would get past that. But I can't tell people how to experience and enjoy the game. You know, it's also partially cultural.
Ata used Doom, Virgil, and it looks like I can't see that third character.
Oh, Virgil Doom. So he was trying to win. Okay, nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he beat him. It doesn't matter who the third is. He has enough right there.
It could be any character.
Doom, Virgil, and Nova.
Senko. No.
Very nice. So
right.
Just because what you said about Elena, you know, if the game had gone on a little bit longer, she probably would have dropped down a bit. I'd like to segue to. I agree with that. That's why I want to segue to Poison, because I've always kind of felt the opposite side of that with her. I felt like she was very good, and she just didn't. Like, not enough people played her, and I think if the game had gone on longer, she would have gone up in tier. So I'm curious to see what you think about her.
So there is an active player right now, Pitt. There you go.
Shots Pitt. Pitt's Pitt here.
There you go.
Yeah, Pitt's here. That's his character, and he's been putting in the time with her and everybody. I have her on my tier list as S tier.
Oof.
Oh, see.
I have her A+, but I wouldn't sit here and pick a fight with you about S, dude. I wouldn't waste both of our time.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, it's your own tier list.
Yeah,
it's your opinion, but you know, a lot of people play Pit. A lot of people see the BS that Poison is. She's a better Guile, I think, in my opinion. She's got the fireball recovery of, you know, Gouken and Guile, but better. It doesn't travel the full distance, so her recovery is a little bit better in that aspect. She's really good. She's probably like one of the top zoners in the game, as well as able to go in and do damage and mix you up and whatnot. But I think Adon wins that matchup.
Ooh.
I think Adon wins that matchup.
All that to say, 6-4, putting it down.
Yeah, I do have that matchup in 6-4, only because I use Ultra One in that matchup, and like she suffers the same problem as Ryu and Guile in that matchup, where her fireball, even though it recovers fast, the startup, that windup, is really easy to react to. So that's what I look for, and I'll react to it however I can properly. And then he's got a mid-screen combo on her too with a double DP, which hurts. You can safe jump her. I got to improve on this because I was really good at this back in the day, but you can option select her backdashes and her command backdash really easy because that thing has mad recovery. But yeah, I think Adon wins that matchup.
Wow.
She's a fireball character. I kind of he's designed as an anti-fireball character, so if you kind of think in that way as a fireball character, it's more of an even, or to me, Adon would have the advantage in that type of matchup.
No, that makes sense. He's gonna have some of the fastest anti-fireball moves as well. So, where most
And
might struggle because of the recovery on the fireballs and maybe the spacing dependent, Adon's gonna get in your face and he's gonna turn yellow and kick you. We're in
and
there.
then I don't know if you know this, Free J. Lucan just realized it the other day on my stream when he was commentating with me. You can control Adon's trajectory on Ultra One.
No, that I actually learned. Because I was trying him when he first came out in Super, and I was holding down back, and it was something weird. Yeah.
I was, and I was playing against a set against a DJ, and I timed Ultra One wrong, and this is what Lucan tripped him out, and I held back on purpose to eat the fireball so I wouldn't get a fatter punish.
Wow.
And Lucan was like, I didn't know you can control the trajectory. I was like, yeah. I was like, I ate that fireball on purpose.
Wow, the high level play. Definitely gonna have to go find that clip. That's sick.
That's genius level.
So let's go to DJ. So wait, no, did you finished on Poison Bori? You have anything else you want to add? Because I think you pretty much nailed it with the fireball character mindset.
I think he also has the advantage there. It's I used to think it was more even, but just playing it more and seeing his options. I mean, there's stuff that is weird about that matchup. Like I think
good point.
Crouching a light punch into standing medium kick whiffs a lot of times. Or is it the other way? I think it's standing medium kick into jab or crouching jab that whiffs, and it's terrible. It's so annoying.
So yeah, let me add to that. So the thing about Poison is her hitbox. Whatever bread and butter you would normally do on a character, say like Ryu, you got to do one less. So if you're gonna do 3 jabs on Ryu, you got to do 1 less on Poison because her hitbox is a lot different than the rest of the cast of the game. So that's what causes a lot of things to whiff.
And Ultra too, you can FADC Ultra 2, and if you hit it too high, it'll whiff completely. The first 2 hits will connect, and then the third one will just whiff, and you at a disadvantage at that point.
Wow, I'd be pissed if that happened to me in tournament. I'm gonna be honest with you. Wow, you get the 2 hits, thinking it's done. You know, what are you standing up for? Adon lands, and I'm gonna get Jaguar kicked. Damn.
Yeah,
you do have to delay it a little bit more with her.
That's insane. Okay, so 6-4 Poison. Okay, it's a lot of green, boys. I don't know if you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. I'm seeing a lot of green. Let me switch this over. Hold on.
I mean, I do think he is an A-tier character. So
I mean, I might have been wrong. There's a lot of 6 and a lot of good reason behind the 6s. You know.
I have him in A-tier as well. I don't have Adon in S. I don't think he's an S-tier character. I know somebody said that on the comment threads. Online, he's S-tier. Even online, I think he's A-tier.
No, online he might be like S- though. The speed, the throw, all that online is gonna be tough.
The throw is ridiculous. And here's the other thing, Freej. I don't know if you know this, but I Kara throw it. Kara throw a stand roundhouse back throw. You get mad range.
Damn, it's gonna be nasty then. Even more range.
It's the back throw too, so that's where you get the setups too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. You try forward throw and then it just whiffs, and you try back throw and it teleports him forward.
What? Huh. There's a lot of interesting Adon stuff. I mean, like I said, this is such a rare character, so I'm hanging on your every word, just every detail's like, would have never known that. You know what I mean?
I never knew that. Yeah.
So it's all very, very interesting to me. So let's mosey down to DJ. So I know we talked about it briefly. I think DJ does all right in the matchup. I don't think he gets washed. But the speed can be difficult. You know, dealing with Jaguar kicks can be difficult. But I think DJ is versatile enough where he doesn't have to throw fireballs. He can mix in some other things. More effective when throwing the fireballs. But what do you guys think? And I'm sure. Yep.
I have it as a 6-4.
Okay, so you're putting 6 for him. And why do you have 6?
Well, aside from like what you just said, he doesn't have to throw fireball. If that's like the mindset of DJ players going into the matchup with, I already took away a tool. So that's one thing I don't gotta worry about. I think Adon's walk speed is faster than DJ. Actually, or at least his forward walk speed is faster than DJ's back walk speed. You know, you can bait the slide, you can hurt the slide. Bori found this, I think, in the Adon Discord, where you can heavy kick, Jaguar kick, and hit the slide and then combo into it.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, because you'll get that counter hit, and then he's got cross-up jaguar kicks on DJ too. Unfortunately for you.
Where's the master list? Give me the spreadsheet. All right, I need to know who has the cross.
I
one.
used to.
I need it on my desk like Spider-Man pictures and J. Jonah Jameson. I need it on my desk. I need that because I need to know who I need to be afraid of.
I legit used to have one. I legit like back. This is how much I played back then. I had a spreadsheet of safe jumps off of DPs, off of throws, off of ultras. I had it all back then. I had it all.
So what I'll say, because I mean I'm a DJ main, so I feel qualified enough to at least counter on this. I don't have to abandon the fireball, but it's just not as easy. You know what I mean? Like 6-4. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. It'll be interesting to see what the other DJ players think, because I could be alone on this. You know what I mean? So this is the beauty of the list. It's just it's our list. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I had experience in that matchup too, because I mean I'm not gonna. You know of Black Skills already, but I think the slept on DJ in our scene back then was this guy named Grandmaster J. I think he was the best DJ in SoCal.
He didn't get out much. I heard his name before, but I didn't see him. Him anywhere big.
He would go to Evo. He would just go to Wednesday night fights and Evo.
Okay, so a true West Coast guy.
Yeah. But his DJ was like no joke. He was the best DJ. And I think right now to counter it, the closest DJ to him. And I'm saying closest because he was good. He was probably, like I said, maybe the best West Coast DJ. I don't know who the other West Coast DJs were. Do you know? Because you're a DJ player.
It'd be Kurkiba and isn't PJ
right.
PJTK? Isn't he West Coast? 'Cause I know he's not East. He's not from over here.
He is West. Yeah, I think they're both NorCal. They're both NorCal.
And you are, because I don't know where you're NorCal
SoCal.
too.
I'm SoCal.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Grandmaster J was better than both those guys because he also didn't play online. He only played offline.
Okay, so it'd be hard for me to see him anyway.
Yeah, so he only trained with Kino and Thrill House. I don't even know if that. So he had good training partners.
Kino sounds familiar. Thrill House might have heard. I used to watch some West Coast locals.
Kino was
early on the game.
West Coast ROG.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Kino I came from him.
Yes, that Kino I know. Okay.
Kino I, man, I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah. But yeah, he was. So that's where my matchup experience came, and I actually learned what YOLO is dubbing the John combo on DJ, which is if you get a stun, Adon could do jump in roundhouse, and everybody knows the gamer B combo, which is jump in roundhouse, close strong, close medium kick, low strong DP in the corner.
Yep.
On certain characters, Adon can do, and it does more damage, jump roundhouse, stand strong, low medium kick, DP, double DP.
Wow.
And I learned that against DJ because his character hitbox was so fat, and then it branched out to the other characters. So yeah, there's on other characters in the game too, like most of the Shotos. It works on Viper, it works on Rose, like Rufus, Beilong. But yeah, I think that's the other thing, that hitbox of DJ is really disadvantageous to him in that matchup because it's a lot. It was like when I was playing that set the other day for EJ, I didn't realize how much recovery withstand roundhouse has.
Oh no, you should not be using that button. No. That button, you might as well take it out. If you're not sliding, you shouldn't be pressing that. It should have been buffed. I'm not saying it needs to be like Chun Li fierce, but if you want it to be effective, it can't be. I think it's double digit startup. It's like when I hit that button and bad things happen, I'm just like, why did I press that button? You know that button leads to pain, and it's not for your opponent. The pain's for you. Don't press it. So all right, we got 6-4 DJ. There's no benefit unless you're gonna try to hit for a stun or like they're far away and you're trying to punish and trying to swing. It just does not hit that far. It's not worth it.
Bori, what DJ players do you play? I don't, because Bori's been a PC player longer than I have.
Okay, PC specifically.
Really, I mean, honestly, there isn't many on PC, if at all, that have been stayed or are continuing to play. But most of them that I've played have been on PS4 in the short amount of time that I have played on. I have a video I think that I did save with PJTK, kind of just so I could remember what went on in that matchup. But I think the only real tool that DJ kind of can threaten with is his slide, and that's with most characters with a slide, just like Cody and Rose and Dhalsim has it, but it's not as good, I guess. But that slide is you can bait it, but it is still a really good
I would say EX Sobot's going to be the biggest winner in that matchup. You're going to have to EX Sobot.
This is when I started playing on Xbox. That video. Oh, that's so funny.
This is old. This is all I can find.
I believe it's punishable, isn't it?
What was that?
Oh, EX Sobot is punishable.
Yeah, it's not punishable. Yeah.
Actually,
But you're using that in reaction to Jaguar kicks. You're not. If you're using that in neutral, you're not playing a strong DJ.
Yeah. I always joke with Free J that I beat his boy at NEC that year too.
Who's that?
Sai.
Oh man, you know what? I'll tell you this about the DJ players. Not to talk too much about this character, but all the DJs do well in different matchups. And there's some people like, yo, this person watched me in this matchup. I was like, I don't think that match was that bad for you. He's like, nah, when I play this DJ, he does this. But it's like, and I watch that DJ play against Ryu, and they get washed. And it's like, what the fuck's happening? What is going on? It's just a diverse character. Yeah, he's sliding way too preemptively, but it's definitely good because if he feels like you're gonna press roundhouse, it gives him a chance to get around that. But it just opens you up to too much focus if you're not throwing in the Sobots as well and the other things.
Yeah.
So you gotta. It's a Street Fighter match. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's doing anything that's not Street Fighter here. It's a good Street Fighter 4 match.
This is before I learned the BS. I only learned the BS because 916 had Kumite against some of the best. That's the punish right there. Some of the best PC players at the time, so I had to go up against a DJ. So I actually labbed the matchup. This is me I think the only thing I labbed back then was the safe jump to blow up EX. EX, what's it called?
Yeah.
Up kicks, yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna move on from this one. So that's some good information.
And that's a really good tool against Adon too, but it can be empty jumped and punished and stuff. So
yeah, as with any DP with great power comes great responsibility.
But yeah, that's a trip. This is back when I first started playing on Xbox, and everybody was mad because I'd take their points.
This is a 360. I love 360. I think 360 was the best online platform for the game. I don't know if it's true based on the numbers, but based on feel, I had to play, some West Coast guys in yellow bars, and it would be fine for at least like the first 15, 20 games. Then it start falling apart. It's like, all right, it is yellow bars. But now, yellow bars on PlayStation were never as good as yellow 360 bars.
No, but you got to remember too. I always bring this up. Our internet speeds weren't good back then. Like we weren't what we paid for back then. We get so much more for it now.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure back then on Xbox, if we had the same internet speeds at the price, we'd be getting way better connections.
It was definitely less than 100 megabytes a second back then. Probably way less.
I know. I think you're paying like $90 for like 30.
Yeah.
With maybe like a 5 upload.
Alright, so we got Hugo on the screen. I figured why not talk about Hugo? Because I'm interested. You guys said he doesn't do well against grapplers, but does Hugo fall into that as well? Is he another grappler you struggle with?
Yeah, I have Hugo winning. I have Hugo winning.
Grappler matchup is tough in general.
That thing, and his jab is really good. That's what it is really.
Actually, I did learn. The thing that I used to struggle with really was his running. I forget the name again, but these.
Meat
squasher.
Meat squasher, yeah. That you can hit it in the middle, but like I said, I like to block a lot, and to be able to see it and try to react to it is not easy. And I get hit by it a lot more than I probably should have. Or I probably should be just neutral jumping it. But
I hate getting hit by that in that matchup. That's the one thing. I can get hit by anything else. I can get washed. If I get hit by the meat squasher, I don't care. I'm pissed.
Yeah, it just messes with you. I get you completely.
So are there any points in the matchup where you feel like you guys can like run your offense really well, or is it just like, man, this is just I need to get away from this guy? Are you spacing him out? Like, how do you guys approach it?
You really got to space him out. And I think the only one we can go off of is Dave. I'm gonna try to see if I could find it, but I know 916 deleted all the VODs, but there was a matchup of me versus Dave, and he beat me, I think 6-4.
Wow, to the number.
Yeah. So let me see if it pops up. Yeah, no, 916. The VOD is gone. The VOD is gone.
Oh, I got you versus Infiltration, so we can definitely talk about Chun Li next after we finish Hugo.
Yeah. He was the weirdest Chun Li.
Did you ever face?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, because when you master a character and you start playing other characters, even though you're a master level player, in my opinion, air quotes, a master, because we're all students, right? But when you play that well with certain characters and you play other characters, it always comes off as like unorthodox or a little bit different, because they have a different take on the tools than the true mains, but still effective,
But going back to Hugo, he's got great range, great buttons. He does damage. And here's the thing, like T-Hawk, Free J, And this is one thing Dave doesn't utilize, which I wish he would utilize more. You can't safe jump him because EX backbreaker will catch the safe jumps.
Yeah, of course.
That's a good button.
Yeah. So the backbreaker is really good, and then if he uses Ultra 2, that takes away your aerial mobility. So
yeah, I think Ultra 1 is underrated by Hugo. A lot of them want to combo into Ultra 2, but this is definitely a matchup where I would say Ultra 2 is going to be super effective. Because once he gets it, it's going to change the neutral for you.
Yeah.
Because Adon has to jump in that matchup. I mean, he has to.
Yeah, because
sit there.
Adon's got some stuff on Hugo too. Like, let me see if I have this favorited in my YouTube.
Yeah, you were saying that the other day too. I remember he can get the cross up air jag into neutral jump medium kick.
It's not even cross up. It's not even cross up. Let me see.
Not even cross up. Jeez.
No. So what he can do, 3J, is he can get air jaguar kick deep, air jaguar kick, and then combo into neutral jump medium kick to another jaguar kick.
Oh, that makes sense because of the height. Yeah.
The height, and it's crazy. I saw that. It's one of the only videos I have like on my YouTube channel saved. And if it's not there anymore, it goes to all that content just being gone.
And where does that what does the medium jag leave Adon on hit? Where does that leave you?
He's able to combo into it. Or it's the medium kick, neutral jump medium kick.
Neutral jump medium kick. Okay.
Yeah. Favorites like videos. Oh damn. Do I got? Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah, drop it in the chat and I'll pull that up.
Link in the chat.
Ooh, that was cheap.
I saw this video when this game came out, and I was like,
you dropped it in there.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, I dropped it in there. My bad. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, those are the tools that Hugo has. I think he wins. Chun Li, I have that matchup as. What do you have it as, Bori?
In my opinion, it's even. That particular one, it may be a little bit more. Like I kind of do half percentage, so in my opinion, Adon can deal with her a little bit better because, like I said, she is technically a fireball character, and she at times thinks as a fireball character. And if you can kind of counter that thought, you have the advantage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So she has tools to deal with him, but she can't just let go of her fireball, and it's a detriment to her health.
Go back.
He also does big boy damage on her because, like I said, with Seth, she can do crouching medium kick into rising jag, FADC into whatever. If he can land that, you can get some big stuff. Man.
Yeah, go back maybe like 10 seconds from that last round win, Free J.
Oh, we're gonna pull it back because I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, I linked it at the wrong time, but it's all good.
Okay, hold on. We're just gonna run the whole thing.
Yeah, I have it at 5-5 as well. Like I said, this was infiltration. I don't know if that matchup that you're showing. It was either post SCR that year where he went up against K-Brad in grand finals, or pre. So it was that time. But yeah, his Chun Li was some of the oddest. And then I remember playing the what's his name, Valmaster.
Okay.
Valmaster. We were in there taking Europe's money, and Valmaster came through and like basically took it all back. He beat me, he beat Chris, he beat Brent, he beat our Chun player, Ian Sanity. He beat all those. Valmaster was sick.
He's the true Chun. He's got the damage. He's got everything.
Yeah, what he was doing, what tripped us out, was he would do leg loops and then reset you with Hozanshu, and that killed everybody. Every one of us got hit by that at least once.
I'm not gonna lie, if I'm getting hit by long combos like that, you give a little bit of genjutsu. You're like, all right, this thing's gonna end, and then the game's gonna continue, and then it's like, no, crouch hard punch Hozanshu, and now you lost your money.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you,
That's
America.
exactly what happened.
Shit. And you said even, so let me get back to my sheet here.
I think it's even. I think where she excels. Sorry, boy. I think where she excels is the neutral. I think she's got better buttons. However, Adon's able to whiff punish them, but his tools to whiff punish is limited in terms of what she can whiff punish with. But like Boris said too, she is a fireball character. I use Ultra 1 in that matchup. She's going to rely on the backdash, which you can also tag with an OS. You could safe jump the bird, so you can nullify bird. And in that matchup at one point, Infiltration did a block string to Fireball, and he FADC'd back because he knew I was able to punish with EX Jaguar kick during the block string because they're, she doesn't have a true block string to Fireball. So yeah, but I got it 5-5.
Really, the big Chun that I would play for a long while was Exeter, and I know he hates that matchup. So I'm pretty sure he would think that it's in Adon's advantage also if I were to ask him right now.
Yeah,
and that's the most recent kind of modern Chun that we can associate.
And shout out to X. He's still active too. He streams often. If you guys want to see some good Chun play, definitely check him out as well.
And then there's Smitty on PSN. I think he might be on PC. I'm not sure, but he's on there.
Okay,
this isn't bad. I think Smitty's problem is he just doesn't like to block.
Oh man.
I mean, if your character had such good mobility, why would you want to?
That's fair.
Yeah. Another big thing I think is when she throws the fireball, you get the air jag into a big combo. That's kind of what I mean by big boy damage. If he can get like an air jag into crouching medium kick, rising jag, FADC, because usually it'll just juggle, and you can possibly get that other EX rising jaguar kick mid screen if your hitbox allows it. But some characters like Chun, Seth, I think Rose too, you can do it air jag into a rising jag mid screen and get a full FADC combo. So it works in his advantage a lot of times.
What did we have for T-Hawk? Pitt asked about it. Was it 6-4, 7-3? 7-3 in Hawk's favor.
Oh, in Hawk's favor, you did go 7. Hold on, let me change that. Whoa.
Yeah, we both said 7.
So he is human. Adon does lose to somebody.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I think. Let me see. Because I could never beat Hung B. Maybe some tournaments I did, but not all the time. But like I said, if it's not there,
let's see.
Lost to the annals of time. Yeah, it's gone.
Let's talk about Fei Long. I saw somebody throw Fei Long out there earlier. I'm interested in how they interact because I'm having a hard time picturing it myself. So what do you guys got for us there?
What do you got, Bori?
Well, this one I haven't played too much Fei Long, so I was gonna kind of ask you about that.
I got it 5-5.
Yeah, that one. I mean, it feels like a difficult matchup. Fei Long can kind of lock you down with his normals, and he feels like he has a lot better normals. It's just with his punch buttons than Adon does. If he can react to say like Jaguar Tooth like he just did, it's gonna be a tough matchup, man. It's gonna be a long round.
No, I think it's 5-5. Everybody, likes to say that or thinks Fei Long has the advantage. I think it's a wash. You got to remember his DP sucks. His DP sucks.
Serviceable at best.
Yeah, not only does the DP sucks, but he's also got that input, that short input. That if he goes back forward, he's gonna get DP. So he can't really play footsies with the. No, crouching medium kick doesn't go under Jaguar kick. I don't remember this matchup. I think I lose this one though. I'm not sure. But I think it's 5-5. I think Adon can whiff punish him pretty easily. The way he approaches, I can't watch myself play and talk about this because I'm like, man, why didn't I DP there? I think the way he has to approach, he takes the same risks as Adon as far as his moves are advancing forward moves. His other main move, the chicken wing, puts him in the air. Adon can focus and dash through and go under. Wow. But at the same, and then you can get a sweep, knockdown punish, stuff like that. Lou knows about that punish. Lou can get better punishes with Sagat, not really Adon. You can basically focus and tag one of the hits. The rest of it will recover, and you're free for a punish with Sagat. But I think they're pretty much even. Like they're a wash. This is an even matchup. The things they have work against each other. It's basically a neutral-driven match. He can whiff punish stand roundhouse with stand jab to Rekka. So I think it's even. I think the advantages that they have over each other outweigh the disadvantages. So I have this matchup as even in my matchup chart too.
Yeah, sounds like, based on your description, sounds like a perfectly even Street Fighter matchup that the two players can play forever, and the numbers lie where they lie, but the better player will have more wins.
You do have to think a little bit harder in this matchup, I feel. a little bit harder than normal.
And you know, I wonder what your guys' opinion is. 'Cause I told people this. It's like there's matchups that are tough, but if you have knowledge, you know what I mean, you could really change how a matchup feels. You know, it might not be whatever number it is, but if you go in with the right knowledge and stuff like that, you can go in and make any matchup your bitch. In my opinion.
And I think that goes to what I said about Honda earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah. But see, like right here too, and one of the hardest things to do in the game, because I play Fei Long too, he has to have, I think with Poison, the hardest DP to autocorrect.
I could see that.
The hardest DP to autocorrect. Like that's one of the advantages Adon has is when he tries to like safe jump him or do a fake safe jump. It's tough for Fei Long.
Yeah, I actually like jumping on him. I like jumping on Fei.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it either.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was a good mix up.
hard.
Yep. Another one. Oh.
See right
Okay.
here, this isn't real. That's not real. That's not real. I knew I was gonna do it at one point. The only way that beats reversal DP, but it won't beat a delayed DP.
Hmm.
And he gets that easy on Fei Long all day.
Okay, so we got Fei Long knocked out at even 5-5.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could see that being the same for Fei Long players too. I don't think this is a matchup that's really talked about because it's so even. It's like, yeah, that's just a match. You guys are playing Street Fighter.
A lot
So
of
let's.
long players are forward dashing quite a bit too, and that kind of disrupts Adon's Jaguar kick at certain points.
Yeah,
It just goes right over.
he's got a low profile dash.
Hmm.
Huh, interesting. I didn't think it would be low enough to do that. Okay.
It's just some characters, but
Well, I
forward
think
dash is actually a good tool against Adon. People don't realize it, but it's not all the time. But
it just
against
depends on your
Jaguar-
character. Like
Right.
like if your dash goes low profile enough, it's good. I think if you can dash forward under Fuerte's mix-ups, you can what's it called? You can dash under Jaguar
Right.
kick.
Okay. That makes sense.
But for EJ, I was gonna say I think we covered all of Adon's bad matchups except for one.
Okay. What do you got? What do you got for the last one?
Like I said, I don't do 5.5, so I rounded down on this one, but I got Yun.
Yun. Okay. I would have probably guessed 5.5 or somewhere even-ish, I would say, you know, air quotes on that. So you put a 4. And
Yeah,
what is your
I
reasoning,
round
sir?
down.
Yep, you said you round down. Okay.
Yeah, obviously it's mostly the utilization of red focus.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's all utilization. If he didn't have a good combo into red focus, I think it would be more even. Obviously, the dive kick is going to be a problem because your muscle memory is going to want to DP or contest it. And I try to contest it with ground normals, but sometimes it doesn't work out. And his DP's it's a tricky DP. I don't know if it's his wake up timing or if it's the frame data on it, but it's a tricky DP to safe jump.
But in my opinion, I think that matchup is completely even. Over the past couple, I guess a year and a half, I've been playing Remy a lot. Like most of the time, if you ever see me online playing, I'm kind of playing him or him along with other people, and just playing it over and over and over. They both get wrecked enough to make it even to me. Like Adon can trick Yun enough to be able to get what he needs to get done, but it's also the opposite. Yun has all the offense. He can lock Adon down with the dive kick if he wants to.
And don't forget about the command grab.
Right. And that's my main goal, honestly, in a lot of these matches is to avoid that. Because Remy is really good at that shit. So
Yeah.
if neutral jump is kind of
the car command grab clip, I was like, good lord, he grabbed him from the previous round. He said, get back here. I'm not done whooping your ass. That shit was crazy, bro.
Most of the time, I'm kind of holding up if I feel that's coming. Because it's going to come. It's going to do.
With the frame traps, it's so much when you're dealing with good, fast frame traps to go walk speed,
Right.
you know what I mean? You don't want to hold up, you get caught low, and then you stay too long, you get command grab. What a ridiculous character.
Also, too.
Go
ahead, Bori. No, go ahead.
Jumping fierce is a really good button against Yun. To be honest, I don't know what it is, but it seems to lock him down on wake up more than other buttons. Because I remember you just said that it is hard to safe jump Yun. His EXDP is something serious. but the only button that I've really found to work against Yun is jump in fierce. It seems to lock him
Jump in
down a little bit
fierce.
more. Stuff, not stuff it, but he has to block it. It'll go
So
over.
if he's not gonna beat it clean with like an EX or the correct DP, he's better off
right.
blocking.
Or just an empty jump. I mean, empty jump is also.
I was gonna say, you also got to be aware that he can get ultra off of DP sometimes, just regular DP. You know, so the way he can land ultra, it also put that. I think it's tough for Adon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he gets the cross
also,
up dive kicks on Adon too on wake up.
Right, and he's also one of the characters you can Yun and Yang. You can do the mid screen EX Rising Jaguar.
Yep.
So that also adds to the kind of damage that you can get on Yun. That's what kind of makes it more even, in my opinion.
All right.
But I don't know. But there's no.
I forgot to say
there's
the
definitely
sub.
not an advantage for Adon.
Oh, it's all good. That's funny. Is that Alpha?
Yeah, that's Alpha. I had something for Adon. Hold on, I need to mess around here. You guys keep talking and doing your thing.
I got, like I said, Bori, I got it at 5.5, but like I said, I round down just so the matchup list looks clean. So that's 6.4 on my list.
Interesting. Okay, so I might have to put the 5.5 on this because it sounds even-ish. It does, but I could see you tilting backwards a little bit and going forward. What Yun has to offer in terms of offense and overall Street Fighter 4 fundamentals and strengths. So
yeah, that's the thing that people underrate too. He's got good normals to confirms.
Oh, absolutely.
Good normal.
He is a dive kick character. In general, dive kick characters just get Adon trouble.
Here we go. Okay, so let's move on. I'm gonna pulling up here. So we got this. How do you guys do against Dhalsim? You guys don't watch Dhalsim? That's not a 6'4" Adon?
That's a 6'4".
That's 6'4" easy? Okay, I was gonna say that one's gotta be tough for him to get off of you and to keep up damage wise. I can't see Dhalsim having fun.
No. It's
might be
like
more than that. It's bad for him.
Yeah. The only really he's got the worst fireball in the game, I think, in terms of what Adon can punish with. Like the worst. Like
I could see that.
The recovery's slow. You got forever and a day to punish that. You can whiff punish the limbs, obviously. Sweeping, spheres. But what Adon can do, which I learned from not GamerB, but the other Taiwanese, I forgot his name. But anyway, I saw him Yes, Yoro. He low jab the standing fierce, and then he did light kick Jaguar kick. So he's reeling back from that low jab, and he's got to block the oncoming standing Jaguar. So you're in. You're automatically in. So you can nullify a standing fierce like that.
It's really smart.
And he also gets the I think mid-screen normal Rising Jaguar.
He does.
Juggle.
He does.
Give Rising Jaguar into another Rising Jaguar with no meter.
He does, yeah. And then if he tries to set you up with the Ultra setup, the Ultra 1 setup, you get out of there free. Easy.
Yep. Yeah. Another
Easy,
fireball character.
Why do you get out free?
Meter. The EX Jaguar 2, the EX Jaguar kick.
Yep.
If he sets it up wrong.
So if you do EX Jaguar Tooth, like you just go to the wall, even if the ultra's meaty.
Yep.
Goes right through it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're not gonna get
so jealous.
The risks outweigh the risks don't outweigh the rewards in that point, because either you're getting out, you're hitting him, or at worst he's getting a stand fierce punish on you, and that's it.
Yeah, but definitely better than Ultra, of course.
Yeah, I'm blocking that, taking the chip damage, maybe getting the mix up.
Decapre's ultras make that too.
Yeah, exactly. Decapre. I don't know why Decapre players pick Ultra 1 against Adon. I think that's the dumbest thing that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a waste.
Especially Ultra W. Like, don't even pick Ultra W.
Right.
I remember I was playing Jace. Jace was playing Decapre once Ultra came out. And I had neutral jumped and he Ultra 2'd me. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's bad. They can Stinger and then Ultra 2. Stinger is a
oh man, yeah, that thing is ridiculous, man.
I hate it.
What a move that is.
Active frames. Active frames are ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk forward and get a full punish. No, you're getting launched, and you might get ultra because you're being silly.
Yeah. Oh, this matchup's recent. This is from Tony's.
Yeah, I saw Tony's posting and doing some stream stuff, which he should. You know, you guys have a great community out there, and this is the type of stuff we need right now.
Yeah, Necro's good. And he was playing on, I think he was playing on Hitbox.
Damn.
Yeah. I think you can see it on the bottom.
Yeah, this is the height of the pandemic. Yeah, he's on the Hitbox.
Necro, he really knows the Adon matchup.
Yeah, because he played me.
He's really good. Yeah, he really knows it. I played him a couple times in the online tournament. You can tell when they know the patterns.
Yeah,
that's with a lot of these matchups too. I'm sorry, John, but if you can overcome a lot of these patterns that Adon has, you can overcome the matchup. It's not impossible. You can,
no, yeah.
Just like a Ryu, I think Adon has the advantage in that matchup, but a good Ryu that knows the patterns and knows what to look for can definitely overcome that a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's why I always say I think Solid and Vi did the best of that matchup because they both play Adon.
Mm-hmm.
Vi played Adon, so he understood what to do. I think really your understanding of your opponent and the character is better when you play the same character. That's why I think I do really good at the Sagat matchup because that was my main in vanilla. And I understand the patterns and the tendencies Sagat players like to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's really like one of the best ways to learn how to play a match is just play the character.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, so let me update some numbers here. So hold on, because I'm trying to get something going in the background. I want our sub thing to work. So you were saying Decapre. How did she do against Adon? I think she's a pain in the ass in general. DJ doesn't do too bad against her, so I have some bias. But you know, how does she really interact? I think she's cheaper than most people are probably letting on at this point.
I really think it's the execution is what sets people back with that character. Honestly, that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
One of the well, I will say this now. My understanding of the most executionally tough character has changed since I met YOLO. Hakan is ridiculous to play, just ridiculous. But Decapre is up there. Just to be optimal with her, you have to be really good at doing these things that she can do. And I think at the time the best one I played was Jace the Ace, and he was pretty optimal with her. But Jace is an execution monster. But overall, I think it's a 5-5 matchup.
Yeah, as I'm learning it, it's becoming more even. But I used to think she won that matchup. That was my demon character for a very, very long time.
Well, because of Jaren?
Yeah, because exactly.
You knew.
You know. Yeah, Jaren was a beast with that character very early on, and I just didn't know exactly the weird stuff that happens in that matchup. But as I play different people, like a lot more people are starting to go the Decapre way now. I'm learning all the intricate details and stuff like that, and it's becoming a lot more even. I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's even. Like obviously the stinger is the problem, but here's the thing: you can safe jump the stinger pretty easily, and you get a punish, and
just
then
delay it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And then he's got like Free J again. He's got bullshit on her too. He has cross up Jaguar kicks.
Oh man! All right, is anybody keeping track? Do I need to add a cross up Jaguar kick counter to the stream? I'm sure I can figure it out.
Yeah, and a
lot of characters.
The beauty of that though, since her and Cammy are the same hitbox, it's the same. The setup is the same.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's I think me and John were talking about that earlier. She's got multiple ways to kind of combo into that cross-up jag kick. So it's kind of bad in situations for her. She can't crouch, but that's what Stinger's for. I mean,
yeah,
Stinger's tough to deal with.
Oh wait, hold up, messing up stuff here. So that one's gonna go down as even.
Lou, if I got cross-up jags on that character, I'm pretty sure you got cross-up EX Tiger knees on that character too.
Mm-hmm.
So let me throw that up there then. So we got even for Decapre, 5-5.
It's easy, Free J. It's easy. Like Bori was doing. I'm like, Bori, you're doing it the hard way. Like all you have to do is if she's
he's using the wrong tool for the job, buddy. Come on.
Yeah. I like to do everything the hard way.
if she's just holding down back and you initiate your block string with 3 lights, it's just medium kick, drag, or kick, and it crosses up.
Wow.
That's
a
all it
Pretty
is.
simple. And
Yeah.
any 3 too.
I wouldn't stand from there. I wouldn't stand and the first couple are gonna hit me like, what is that? Is that happening? Let's go into something a little more obscure. Like, how do you guys do against I see Yolo in here. How does Hakan go? I mean, you're airborne, so I'm assuming it's gonna give Hakan some problems. But and we got some good Hakan players now. Is that still the case, or Swear is a problem?
I think it's 5-5.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's 5-5. Yeah. YOLO thinks Hakan wins slightly.
Hmm.
I really just think it's like what Bori said earlier. I think it's understanding the patterns. And that is something I see them, but I can't act on them. Like with the jabs, like when I play Swear, I kind of know when he wants to get that SPD going with his jabs. But like I said, his oil and his movement when he's oiled up, it's tough. But I have it as a 5-5. But here's the thing: unlike other grapplers, his deep you can Jaguar kick in this matchup, with the exception of Ultra One. Yeah, with the exception of Ultra One, his SPD has actually startup frames. It's not like a T-Hawk or a Hugo or a Geef.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this though: is this something where they should use Ultra One as a response to Jaguar kicks, is just to keep them honest, or is Ultra Two still valuable because you most likely want to take to the air?
I think when I play Swear, he goes 2. I think YOLO goes 1, or maybe
YOLO does
okay.
2 also.
YOLO goes 2 also. Yeah. Because once he has 2, any back throw, the setups are gone. You can't do it.
Got it.
You can't do it.
That would make more sense than to just eliminate the setup and ease it up for yourself.
See, I told you YOLO does Ultra 1.
Yeah, 5-5 Ultra 1. But I respect that though. I'd rather keep the Jags honest, and then we can just take it from there. You know what I mean? And change the whole matchup like that. Where 2 is like, I've caught Hakan players guessing too much on their own Ultra 2. Where they have it, but it's such a risky tool. I would say. You know what I mean? You don't want to whiff that and get blown up for it. So end up not using it. Whereas 1, you block something, you're gonna spin the stick.
Yeah, and I think the bane of my existence is that match is getting hit by EXSPD though. I hate getting hit by EXSPD only because it gives Hakan so much time to oil up. Like hit me with anything else, I don't want to get hit by EX SPD.
Free heavy oil?
Yeah, free heavy oil. YOLO, I already said the Ultra 1 punishes the Jaguar kicks.
Yep.
I said that's the only SPD he has that does. Maybe EX SPD? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that has startup.
Okay.
I think Coward Crouched into SPD is a really good tool for Hakan.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. You approach in the air, he's going to be able to get right under and stand up and ruin you for that. Yeah, that's
if he kind of knows that the jag kick is coming, he can Coward Crouch and catch the recovery.
Okay, so you mentioned Kino, so I'm going to shift over to Balrog. So another matchup I haven't seen played often. Even though Balrog is a pretty popular character in Street Fighter 4, how does that play out?
I think I have it on even. I have
even. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said Balrog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Balrog. That one, I think honestly, it might be a little bit more in Adon's favor. He can also do the big boy damage on Balrog. He has some funky stuff on Balrog's wake up. I think John was saying it a couple months ago. He also has the neutral jump roundhouse standing medium kick into Ultra.
That's like the holy grail. If you could land that in a match, like
hold on. Right. You said neutral jump. Yeah, explain this to me, John.
So you can neutral jump, roundhouse, Rog, and if he crouches, if he eats the roundhouse, which it's probably never going to happen, that's why I say it's the holy grail.
Right.
You can hit close medium kick, and the way medium kick interacts, it is, what's it called? It'll allow you to link from close medium kick, link Ultra 2.
No, I need video.
Yeah.
I need it on my desk. No.
He's got it.
That's insane. Yeah, send me that. What?
I don't think I can find it.
I'm having a hard time picturing how weird that would be in my head. Straight link. And how fast is Ultra 2 from Adon? It's like 7-8 frames, right? Something like that.
So the way the Ultra hits, the way the medium kick hits, it's meaty.
Okay,
it's immediate. It reels them back away.
It's 10 frames. Wow. So you're getting crazy advantage off that medium kick to land that. That's insane.
I'm trying to find
Hold
it
on.
right now.
I know who has it. Is Vince's channel still up, Bori?
Yeah, I was just looking at it the other day.
That's who has it.
I think I've got it on the Discord. I don't know if
Can you link
play
the
it.
video? And yeah,
I don't think you can though.
it's that's who has it. He's the one that got. That's where I first saw it.
Try and look at it. I think I was actually looking at that the other day.
Yeah, but that also works on Gen and I think Cody as well.
Huh.
I mean, Gen's
Yep,
super
yep.
cheap, so he needs that.
I think Viper, but just on counter hit, not normal hit. I can't even find it. Is it the balance change one? I don't think so.
So you said, hold on. So what number are we landing on here? John, you said
I say
even.
5-5.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I
Bori
think
says
Adon has slight advantage in that matchup, just because the combos that I'm seeing that can land on Hakan are pretty damn damaging, man. And
Oh,
it's
you mean
like
Balrog?
I mean, I'm sorry, not a yeah.
Wow.
Balrog,
I'm offended.
Balrog is I think, and also he can empty jump the headbutts pretty well. I know it catches Balrog kind of off guard when they can't wake up headbutt. It just goes right through if you crouch it or jump in, empty jump, crouch and leg kick. In that matchup, standing heavy kick hits double, so it kind of wrecks his EX bolt or rush punches.
Also, I think what's really good in that matchup is neutral jump. I think neutral jump is really good. If he's like relying on maybe like a turn punch, or if he's relying on a dash punch to get in, and if you're neutral jumping, he's gonna have to think twice about it.
Right.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he does have the ability to change his jump trajectory, I think if he sees you neutral jumping a line, he's like, "Oh, I'm an ultra." You got that option to change your jump arc.
Right.
Yeah. Also, Bori, I don't know if you know this, but you can, the standard way to kill most people in the game with Adon is to neutral jump roundhouse, and it hits like that instant overhead. If you do that to Balrog on his wake up, all the headbutts will miss. So even EX headbutt, it'll just go on the other side, and you get a free punish.
Gotcha. Yeah, that wasn't a known one. Most of the time in that situation, I'll go try and just empty jump as much as possible to make him headbutt or try and force it, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Safe jumps are kind of hard in that situation. So I mean, empty jumps. But yeah, I can definitely agree with 5-5. I kind of think I don't know what a Balrog player would say about it, but I think it's a little bit more in Adon's favor.
Well, Costa thinks Adon is D tier, and that he loses bunch, I should say, and he thinks Adon loses that matchup. But I literally think it's even.
I think I don't know. I was thinking Adon was overrated before, but hearing some of your explanations has swayed my opinion somewhat. I do think that he is simple and straightforward, but he's got what he needs evidently. Regardless of simplicity,
there are different things that are kind of still being found out about Balrog. Like that's why I think he's one of the only characters that you can combo into a far standing medium punch from light kick or from lights into super. You can do 3 or 4 lights into far standing medium punch and link the super into it. Usually it just whiffs. It won't link at all.
Huh.
But it will on Crouch and Balrog. I think one frame actually showed me that the other day.
Oh, one frame?
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look at it.
No, definitely worth looking into. So let me ask you about this, because I saw the clip. I'm about to pull it up. You were playing against Mark Teddy, who's one of the best guys, if not the best guy player for Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
What do you think about Adon versus Guy? It seems like an interesting matchup, so I'm curious.
I also think that's even. I also have that as even as well. Really, what the difficult thing in that matchup is the elbow. The elbow is tough to deal with because, I think Ghost has it on a segment on his channel. What will elbow beat this time? Like, the elbow drop is just insane. It's insane.
And he has no low profile to deal with it either, so he kind of has to take the risk of DPing, and maybe it'll whiff.
Yeah. Yeah. But also you got to remember, like what Bori likes to say, that character bleeds.
Yeah.
But you can also safe jump his DP.
Yep.
His EX DP. It's a 4-frame safe jump, so it's not difficult to do. And if you do it right, Free J, and he tries to reversal EX Tatsu, he'll actually, if you do it right, he'll get the run and he'll run right into you.
Wow. Interesting. Huh, I'm gonna have to see that. So I'm assuming that's because of your placement during your safe jump puts him at a cross up at just at maybe a couple frames or something, and that's what's just causing it the misdirection.
I think I think that's what it is. And I've actually messed around with it in training mode recently. So what it is, you got to input run if you want the Tatsu to come out. But like I said, it's a safe jump, so you'll be safe. You'll be able to punish.
Wow.
Yeah. But that used to blow up Mark Teddy a lot. Like he hated that.
Yeah, you got one thing that works against his character, and he's like, oh, look, and Guy hits like a bus, man. A lot of people don't talk about that. He might be like right outside like the top 5, top 10 hitters, and people don't talk about him, but he hits really hard. I mean, maybe it's because I play DJ, but he's hitting like 350 grounded or something like that.
Yeah.
Medium punch is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get caught with staying around the house to start.
And it's tough. It's tough to punish the run stop. You can. I think it's like -3, but it's tough for Adon. It's very tough.
Okay, yeah.
Vince doesn't have it, but yeah, I have that matchup as 5-5.
Let's see. Oh, we talked about fireball characters, so we can just touch on Gouken real quick. There's some active Goukens now. We got Cap. I've seen. I've ran into a few just playing. I don't remember their names, unfortunately, but ran into a few playing online. Adon, just another running over a fireball character with Gouken.
Yeah.
Does Gouken offer something different? Nope.
I have it 6-4.
6-4, clean beatdown.
Yeah. The only reason why it's 6-4 is because Gouken does a shit ton of damage. Ton of damage. Yeah, I used to play against Velociraptor a lot.
Shout out to Velociraptor.
Yeah, he didn't like that matchup, but he was probably the best at it. I'll say that he was probably the best at it from playing me. So it was more of we weren't playing the matchup at that point. We were playing each other. Got it. Yeah, but that matchup is 6-4. The fire, I use Ultra One in that matchup, even though like his recovery is almost as good as Guile.
It's hard. Ultra One is really hard in that matchup.
Yeah, but
really worth it though.
I use it. Especially too, since if I'm thinking they're gonna like EX Tatsu or something, and you bait it or you safe jump it correctly, that's a free Ultra One.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, then you can bait counter too. You could safe jump not counter, parry. Very, very easy to deal with. And even though he hits hard, his normals, I mean, I think you shouldn't Jaguar kick in that matchup as much as you'd want to. I think you would just basically try to whiff punish, because although his normals are good and they'll blow up Jaguar kick, your normals are just as good and can whiff punish him very easy.
Right, yeah, that's definitely a footsies type of matchup in that sense.
Yeah.
His fireballs are pretty weird. They hit at different angles. And Ultra One can whiff with certain reactions if you kind of react to the wrong one. It's kind of bad, but I think he does, or Adon does have the advantage just because of that fireball architecture. It's like the other ones, I guess.
I can see Gouken's mindset and what he's trying to do betray him in that matchup. You know what I mean? With the speed of Adon, like guessing on counters, maybe whiffing an EX Tatsu and one bad fireball, and it seems like it'd be party time for you guys.
Oh,
yeah, that, and then you got to remember too, like things like parry. It breaks armor. That Jaguar kick will break armor. So
yeah, he can't
that's one thing that we didn't touch on, and I actually touched on it in my stream the other day. I think what makes Adon good, and a lot of people like don't necessarily realize it, is that he gets good damage off stray hits, whether that be a standing roundhouse or a Jaguar kick, and especially if a Jaguar kick breaks focus armor. I think that's what makes him good. It's like those stray hits add up in a matchup, and they do chip too. Some of them do chip or gray life.
They had to tone it down. I remember the transition from AE to Ultra.
They toned the chip down. Yep.
Yeah, even the regular damage, I think they toned it down by 50 or 60 on each one.
Wow, that's big, and saying those stray hits, and that's what made me think differently about the Seth matchup, is seeing those stray hits land against Gamer V versus Punko is like, wow, you know what, like he's not making major mistakes. He's not getting hit with big punches, but every time he just walks into a roundhouse or a fierce or a jaguar kick, it's like, fuck, man. You look at the life bar and it's like, how many more of those can I take? Not much,
Yeah.
you know. And the next confirm, you're gonna kill him with something big, you know. So I definitely see how those 3 hits could sway matches in your favor.
Yeah. You know, we didn't touch on Bison actually. We both said that was the 7-3. I think this is the last
You
one we gotta
did,
go over.
yeah. Hold on, you said 7-3. Is that correct? Did you mean to say that?
No, it's 7-3. Zeus thinks it's even.
Even. I couldn't see even.
7-3.
I couldn't see that being even. I would definitely give it to Bison on paper. But I'm curious to see what you guys, the experts, have to say. So let me mosey on down to Bison here.
Yeah. So my reasoning is, and Goku said it best. It's the stray hits that Bison bakes on, and it's the angle of his stand roundhouse that beats any and all Jaguar kicks.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's your one button right there. And then you brought up that matchup earlier, for EJ, of me playing Pinoy.
Yes, that was on stream.
Yeah, but that like I had to work so hard in that matchup just to even get it to last round. Like that's a hard matchup, and he was probably the best Bison on the West Coast when Hugo 101 stopped showing up. Actually, no, I'll take it back. He was the best Bison on the West Coast because Hugo 101, I had his number and Ultra came out, but I could not beat Pinoy. Pinoy would either like last round or beat me 2-0, 3-0, depending on what the set was. That matchup's tough. Anything, and the pressure too. Adon's kind of just got to hold the pressure.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to respond with specials. You're going to be able to respond with limbs. Your limbs at those ranges are going to be slower. Yeah, I could see him being able to, what I call boxing. You know what I mean? He's going to be able to fight in the pocket very well, and just outside of that as well.
Pinoy better than Happy Yeah, I think Pinoy is better than Jacob too. And shout out to Jacob. Jacob's the homie. When I went to NEC, he was flown out with me for the same team. But yeah, I think he's better than Happy Medicine. Also, another thing, this just goes to the meta of the matchup between me and Pinoy. Pinoy knows how I play this matchup because he was one of the first people I was doing this on. I'd pick Ultra 1 in that matchup because it would blow up any escape or EX reversal Cycle Crusher. So he doesn't do it. When I have that Ultra, he doesn't do it at all. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm out of damn Ultra. I can't really do anything. So I opted to go Ultra 2, and that gave him free reign to do things like that.
Yeah. It's the same thing. In the DJ match, I had to tell a Chun Li player, like, if you don't pick Ultra 1, then I have a really strong chance of winning this matchup, because Ultra 1 changes so much about the neutral of the matchup, where Ultra 2 is like, all right, well, if you don't combo into it, there's no utility,
Yeah.
So I definitely see how that could be a big effect here. Because he's already done a couple to get out of your pressure, just to get away from you.
And see, like, even, and then you saw the pressure he was able to do. And, Adon can't punish that EX Devil's Reverse or the head stomp because you run the risk of A, getting hit, and B, him moving the trajectory and, whiffing completely. So it's tough. The pressure's tough, especially right here. It's I have the life lead, but it's kind of checkmate for him. See? Look at that.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So 7-3, wow.
Yeah, this guy who recorded it, I forgot who it was. Oh, Irwan. He was one of the guys from the SRK forums that played Adon, and that stream footage is gone, but he recorded the matchups. When I played.
Good shit for him then. All right, so I had this match I pulled up, so I'm curious because I think as a whole, and no offense if the shoe fits for anybody in our chat here, I think as a whole Makoto players are not good, right? I think she's one of those characters where most the average Makoto is not good, right? They're just gonna try to do basic shit, right? But at the high level, Makoto is such an explosive character and can be so annoying to deal with. My character doesn't have that problem. How do you guys fare against Makoto?
I think Adon wins. Oh wait, no, don't have Adon winning. Hold on, let me check. I got it. Oh, I got it as 5-5. I got
5-5. Okay, so her explosiveness and her offense does amount to enough to keep it close.
Yes, it does. It definitely does. Yeah.
Okay.
I could tell you about this matchup though. She didn't replay me after this.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Classic one and done.
Yeah, she won and done me, which was funny. I was like, okay. That's fine. And then I met her in real life, and I was like, oh, okay, like she's all right. Like,
You're not who I thought you were.
I see where it's coming from.
Ooh, okay.
But she is technically that right there. That she's a grappler, so any kind of she's gonna be looking for that at any point. So, and obviously it's very effective against her. But yeah, I see it as even also. I honestly wish that Adon had some of the properties of her axe kick. If he had some of her stuff, he'd be
really.
It would really be S tier.
Really? Oh, I would. Yeah, I would take that win and bounce. It's like, oh fuck it, I got some other stuff to do.
If he could jump in with a button and like at an angle instead of neutral jump and still hit air jag, oh man, I would be loving life.
Right now. That's how he was supposed to be. If you watch the Super Street Fighter 4 trailer, he jumps in with jump in medium kick and then he combos into it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. I didn't catch that.
I mean, that was back in the day when DJ's EXO bot would crumple.
Don't break my heart, man. We're not talking about him right now. Lou, we have not covered Sakura.
No, we haven't done her yet.
But we could pivot over. Hold on, let me update my list here.
Yeah. So I have it even though Adon can beat her in every other facet, but Makoto, just the damage outweighs everything that Adon can do.
Adon's 1,000 stun or 950?
1,000.
1,000. Okay, shit.
Yep. 950 health, 1,000 stun. Yeah.
That's not bad. All right, so let's talk about Sakura. Lou brought it up. I'm curious as well because I think Sakura is another character without good defense, Rolento-esque in a way, where the EXDP to me is more of an interrupt than it is a reversal. But how does that work out with Adon? Does the damage add up? Does she, is it the Tatsus? How does that play out for you guys?
I got it as even as well. High level, I think that's an even matchup. I think Human Bomb would lose to Gamer B back then.
Let's see if we can find that. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, but either way, I think it was. I think it's even. They both do, well enough in the neutral. What makes it tough for Adon is what you said. Free J is the Tatsus, is the fact that you can. And I agree with you. The EXDP is more of an interrupt, if anything. But yeah, it's an even matchup. Adon's got BS on her too, but that is actually very, very, very situational to set up, and I still haven't found a way to get it consistently.
If you say it again, I'm shutting it down. You better not say cross up fucking Jaguar kick.
But it's that. But once you do it, he's got a loop on her.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
What makes it hard for Adon, the thing that Sakura can do to make it hard on Adon is a perfectly timed jump roundhouse. The angle on that is kind of it's tough to deal with DP. That and the
jumping fierce too.
It's like a dive kick, the jump roundhouse. I'll be honest, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Her and Blanka have really weird angles to DP.
Right, so
they lied to us.
I have 2012. If that counts for anything, it's not Ultra.
No, yeah. I think 2012 counts because that matchup doesn't change with Ultra.
Here we go. We got winners final, Southeastern Major. That's got to be. Yeah. Let's see what we got here, guys.
And if you think about it, Free J, both of these characters don't really have, insane utilization of red focus like some of the other characters like Yun, Viper, etc. have.
For sure, definitely a valid point.
Yeah, actually, I played a set with Chris G maybe like a few months ago. Oof. And this is the matchup I watched just to get ready for it.
The jump Tatsu is a pain, man. So wait, hold on. What normal buttons do you have for anti-air?
Stand medium kick.
Stand medium kick.
Stand medium kick. Standing fierce is a good one. Okay. Close medium kick if you can get the angle right. And then crouching fierce sometimes.
Because what I'm noticing is passively, at least while clipping to the footage, I've noticed a lot of blocking if you're not DPing jump-ins, and that's mostly EXDPs I'm seeing.
Right.
Yeah, really. Yeah, just like I said, it just depends on the angle and EXDP has the farthest upward angle, I think, in my opinion, and it travels well, and it's got the ability of the extra invincibility, like right there. Like, had it been EXDP, maybe he could have got the autocorrect.
Nice link by Human Bomb. They're using that crouch medium punch. Yeah. Some real master Sakura shit.
Yeah, and this is the time of the setups too.
Man, that was a mauling right there.
Yeah.
She is one of the tough Shotos for Adon. I think she would be at the higher end of the Shoto list for him.
In terms of difficulty.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just because she's not your normal Fireball character. She has to be kind of in. Like,
I mean, I have her in the same vein as Ken. Like the way they play, they're Shoto, they got a Fireball, but that's not the main tool that they rely on. Like, you know, Kuma, Ryu, or Evil Ryu, or even Oni.
Yeah, I think Oni should be played by a lot more Ken players for certain matchups. He hits really hard. He has his difficulties, you know. Stanford went through and explained some things to me a while ago.
Yeah.
But I think overall, if you're playing Ken and you want a little more damage, you might want to work on a pocket Oni and start destroying people off light kick and neutral.
Yeah, but I mean, this matchup is even. I think Gamer B wins this set pretty handedly, but like you said earlier, if they play forever and ever, they'll just go back and forth at some point.
Yeah. So let's just fast forward. Let's see what the conclusion is.
And
Oh, this is the first of 5. Oh man, it is even. Look at that, 4-4 going into the last game here.
Yeah, and you know, I think Gamer B was up 3-1 at one point.
Wow, and Bomb just brought it back. That's a true sign of an even matchup. You know, you dig deep and you figure it out. You know, bring it back. Let's see. We talked about his brother. I know. I saw Twinkie in here. Twinkie was in
Yang?
here. Yeah. What do you think about Yang?
I think I got Adon winning that.
Me too.
Yeah, I have Adon winning that.
Ooh, easy 4.
Yeah, 6-4. Only because the tools
wrong number.
The tools that Yun has did not translate well to Yang. Like, Yun's dive kick is better than Yang. Like, why is that? Like, because they nerfed Yang to shit for some reason from, you know, AE to 2012. They nerfed him more than Yun.
He's the older brother, so he got beat when Daddy got home. He took the L.
Yeah, he's the older brother. The twins, he was born first, so.
Dang.
Worst is worst.
Well, also, I mean, and this gets brought up all the time. I beat Mago at Evo 2015 Free J. I beat his Yang and his Fei Long. I beat his Yang first, and this is him coming off the back-to-back major wins. He was the #1 ranked CPT player going into that Evo. I beat him, and then Panoy, the Bison player we watched play me earlier, eliminated him from that tournament.
Ooh, West Coast love. Hold that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that here.
It's not. Nobody. It was an off-stream match. The only people who saw.
Come on.
The only people who saw that were Sajam, Strider, K-Brad, and a few other people that were right behind me. I don't remember who was behind me because I was just too. Oh, Chris King. Chris King saw it. But I was too keyed in on the match.
Yeah, definitely got to be laser focused to beat somebody at that level. You know, like a 1%er.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, I could tell you, basically, I wasn't worried about anything Yang was gonna do. Wasn't worried about the dive kick, and then I had Kizzy K. He played Yang, and before the tournament, we were up in the hotel room training, and then we also had Valiant, who was, you know, you guys know him as a Street Fighter 5 player, but he was a Street Fighter 4 player, and he played Fei Long. So they had me ready for both characters, and Kizzy K showed me the corner mix-up setup. I don't know if you know it, where he hits you with close medium kick, and he'll air reset you, do standing roundhouse, and it looks like you're right behind him, but you're really back in the corner. You just act normal. You're still in the corner, so you just mash, jab, or throw, and you're gonna get him every time. So I learned that. And he tried that on me. I learned the safe jump, so I knew everything about this character going into that matchup. I beat him pretty handily. So yeah, I think, you know, he wins this matchup easy. What Yun's strengths are, Yun doesn't have that. Unfortunately, and it sucks.
Okay.
If he had that command grab, he'd be a higher tier, or harder to deal with, I believe.
Plus he does 12 damage.
12 damage. 15 hits, 12 damage.
Yeah, but you know, in all seriousness, I think Yang suffers from what DJ suffers from Free J, and tell me if you agree with me or not. To initiate the combos, you have to do too many hits to get that special move confirmed, which hurts your damage in the long run.
It definitely depends. I'm actually working on a combo guide now. I'm working on a DJ tutorial. Shout outs to that. But I learned that the damage isn't so bad. There's some good chargeless stuff you can do, but if you have charge, you just got to go for the right 1 frame length. That's it, man. A lot of these guys out there, I would say you probably notice this with Balrog players, where Balrog players complain about damage, but they do 4 jabs and a medium punch. Maybe a medium punch. Maybe a medium punch. If I do the medium punch, I get excited. We're actually playing. If I see a light, it's another day in the office, right? But that's part of the problem with DJ. You know, like, yeah, I can do 3-4 jabs chain together, link to a button and cancel, or I can link the first jab into a medium and link that to a medium and hit you for maybe like 40-50 more points of damage. So it's one of those where you don't have a choice but to be optimal, kind of Street Fighter 5-esque. Not as bad though, because you can take the reduced damage and still compete, but yeah, you are gonna lose damage if you're not doing the real links. So if you're being lazy, you're going quick on the fly, it happens. You're gonna lose out. Too many lights. So same with Yang.
I think it just goes down to human nature too. Like sometimes you'll get the jump in and you automatically default to light.
Yeah.
Even though the heavier normal would be best, especially with Yang, because Yang doesn't need charge partitioning. So, you know, whenever I see Yangs jump in and they'll do light, I'm like, oh, this isn't going to be a damaging combo. That's fine. I'll take these hits.
Yeah. No, definitely good strategy. You know, people have to change how they approach matchups in general overall. So I'm definitely glad we're having this kind of conversation. And that brings me to Rose. I think people fight Rose incorrectly. I said it last time. I think she's overrated. But we'll see where the numbers lie. That's just my opinion. The numbers might show something else, right? I don't know her whole matchup chart. I think she's almost Rolento-esque, where you can jab and wait and let her either backdash or spiral and punish her and just take the real estate away. But the neutral, I can admit, is problematic.
Yeah, her neutral's good. Her movement's good. But I have this matchup as 5-5. Bori, what do you have it?
In my opinion, she hurts Adon a little bit more than a normal Fireball character. Like, not much more. But I could agree with the 5-5, but just maybe a little bit more in her favor, just because of the normals that she has. She can do forward heavy kick to kind of whiff punish roundhouse. So soul spiral. It's not very often, but she can kind of react to a lot of the jumps that.
Oh, she definitely can. Yeah.
With his kind of not normal jump arc, a little bit better than normal. Her fireballs are still an issue for her. Like I said, any kind of fireball character kind of automatically puts them at 5-5 for me, and then it just goes up or down from there. Well, no, actually, 6-4. I'm sorry. Then it goes up and down from there, but. She has a slide, like I said before, which can kind of interrupt or kind of mess up jab kicks. And then she has that insane throw. Ultra 2 is good for that matchup because I can't. Actually, I mean, they use Ultra 2, but I honestly think that Ultra 1 might be a little bit better for them, just because they can react to the jab kicks. And if say I do EX Jag, most of the time, if they do something, it's gonna hit them completely out of the Ultra. Or you can do crouch and light kick, and it's just not a scary Ultra, I don't think, for Adon, to be honest. But I can definitely agree with that 5-5, maybe a little bit more in her advantage.
Yeah, Bori brings up some good points. I will say though, I disagree with the Ultra 1. I actually think Ultra 2 is the best thing because it's an automatically get off me tool. And here's the thing with Rose, Free J, I'm sure you're aware of this. If you tech a throw with Rose and you're cornered, Rose as Rose, that's a free activation. So like I know Filipino Man and Luffy would do that every time. Like if you threw them and they teched it in the corner, they'd activate, and they're out of the corner.
Yeah. No, after you said it, I thought about it. Like rhythmically, I've seen that.
Yeah. That's their free out. So that's a great nullifier in the matchup. If it wasn't that good, like if the tech throw didn't give you so much space, I think this matchup would be in Adon's favor. But I do think it's 5-5. Bori made out some good points. I use Ultra 1 in this matchup, but you can use either or. And I'm starting to actually lean towards Ultra 2 only because there have been times when I've option selected the backdash on their wake up with Ultra 1 and I get the juggles and not the full animation.
That's heartbreaking.
You can option select her backdash too in this matchup. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you can.
With a light rising jaguar, it'll hit her It's one of the only ones, I guess, that can punish that backdash.
Nice. And then is that gonna cover the EX spiral too if she tries that?
No, you're gonna get hit.
Oh no,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you don't have one that beats one. Okay.
Yeah.
Kinda have
Well, I
to
mean,
empty
you can
that.
do the tougher option select, which is throw, but you know the three-way option selects are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
'cause
tend to
throw will
just
beat that.
jab weight on her. I mean, but DJ gets a bunch of close knockdowns, so it's easy for him. You know, all my party starters get me in your face. So against her, I can really just jab weight and you know, kind of just take the real estate away over time. So I was hoping maybe Adon could do the same, but you're not really landing like DP combos or like soft knockdown combos in neutral. You know what I mean? That's not really something Adon does.
And he also gets the mid-screen EX Jaguar, Rising Jaguar juggle on her too. I think I had a list of it somewhere.
Yeah, he does. And that combo I was telling you about earlier, Free J, the 2 medium punches, the medium kick, that actually hits Rose mid-screen, both DPs. So in a way, it's not good to do that combo on Rose because you don't get the extra damage from the juggle, but it's still cool to hit.
Damn, I didn't think that would hit her. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, she's got one of the weirder hitbox. Yeah, but we have that as even. And it's just from going back. Oh shoot, Sefric wants to play. Someone jump in the lobby and play Sefric.
Yeah, they're all up there, man. They're all there. Jump in. Zeus, what's going on, brother? I see Sefric. I see Lou in the chat. T3 in the chat. Pitt, what's going on, homie? A lot of familiar faces in there.
I am in the chat.
All right, so I know you got a lot of experience in this one, John. You can just cut it to a straight. This is probably gonna be 30 seconds, guys. You ready? It's a lightning round. Adon versus Rufus. You got so much experience. Just give it to us. What do you got?
It's 5-5. It's 5-5. Even though Brent has my number. Yeah, Brent has my number right now. I'm not ashamed to admit it. He's got everybody's number.
Damn, what a man.
Rufus should be losing. But no, it's 5-5. Historically, it's 5-5. Justin hates the matchup. But yeah, it's just 5-5.
That's an interesting answer though, because like if it's 5-5 and Justin doesn't like it, that might be one of the truest signs of a 5-5. It's so even that it's like, you know what, that slight uncomfortability means I shouldn't even play it. I should use somebody else in my roster.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying when I played Justin, he went to Elena because I beat his Rufus pretty handily. He's got an unblockable on Rufus, but like what Boris said, it's the dive kick that's tough. Although I use my normals against the dive kick as much as possible. And then really what it is, it's he gets the setup off the knockdown, and that's the tough thing. Once Adon is knocked down either by sweep or ultra or EX Messiah, Rufus has, it's like, oh, well, your choice. You want to land in front, you want to land behind me, but still hit me in front. Like it's that shit that really just kills Adon because that leads to good damage.
I can see that.
Yeah, those dive kicks are. I mean, he's the best dive kick character in my opinion in the game. So him having that dive kick is automatically a disadvantage for Adon to be able to DP and do what he needs to do, and not be as locked down as what he needs to be able to win.
Yeah, I have a okay Rufus. I think that's fair to say. I fought maybe like a couple Adons back in like the height of the game where Rufus and like Endless. It didn't seem like anything was too crazy, you know what I mean? I felt like it was back and forth. Like when I was playing correctly or if I was playing strong, I could win. And if I fell behind or if I was getting, thrown and mixed up, then, I was taking an L. So definitely feel that from the outside too. So it's a nice 5-5, easy. What do you guys think about Vega? I wouldn't be surprised if Adon ran over him just because Vega's lack of defense, but...
I love that matchup.
Oh, so that sounds like a 4. Hold on. Next. No.
I think Adon has a lot of tools in that matchup, to be honest. Vega has the pokes, like his claw is tough to deal with, but once he starts getting in the Barcelona rhythm, like Adon can deal with him in the I think.
Yeah, and I use Ultra 1 in that matchup too.
Me too.
I could see that the far punish if he tries to do anything to escape. It's like, no, we're gonna hit you real hard.
But also, if he fucks up the wall dive and he gets the one where he doesn't grab you and he spreads out. That's a free Ultra 1 punish.
Wow.
Ultra 1 punishable.
Yeah,
that's gonna hurt.
It's a fun one. It's real fast.
He's also got like the we haven't talked about this, the jump in roundhouse, neutral jump medium kick, jaguar kick combos on Vega. So you get some.
Oh, the height. Yeah, I could see that too.
I think he does it on both ends, right? He can land and do the air jag, and he can do it neutral jump from the ground.
I'm not sure about that one.
I believe so. I think I remember that.
Also, Free J, let me tell you,
I'm listening.
he's got it on Vega too.
No, my God.
he
We're cutting
does.
it off, man. I don't care. We're 2 hours in.
Yep.
John's pissing me off. He's doing all these cross-up Jaguar kicks. He's being a terrible guest. No, that's ridiculous. That's a lot of characters. I don't know if you know how many characters you said so far. It's more than a handful.
It's a lot.
You guys,
I don't watch enough Adon then, clearly. Let's go to another one. I think it might be on the quick side. You did say grapplers. Is Zangief on the list of grapplers that's just giving Adon a hard time, or can the roundhouse and the buttons kind of manage it? Oh, it is enough. Okay, that's kind of what I pictured. It's kind of why I pitched it that way. Okay, so I was on the right path. So what does it really boil down to there?
It's all ground game. It's all ground game. Although he does have an unblockable on Geef, that also makes Lariat whiff. Yeah, so unblockable is back throw, low, medium kick, jump in fierce.
Oh, easy.
Hit. Yeah, easy. But it's like whenever I play Flow, he's probably like the most active one right now. I just literally like I'm walking him down to the corner. Like it's all normals. It's hitting him with stray fierces and stand roundhouses, crouching fierces. If he tries to neutral jump and I'm at the right range, I'll EXDP.
Have you stunned him? Have you stunned Flow before? Because Flow's nice. If you stunned him, then definitely.
I think I actually have. Yeah, I could bring it up.
Damn, with the receipts. Hold on, calm down, Papa.
Well, it was recently. It was recently in one of the Ron tournaments.
Okay.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I could see that though. I pictured the roundhouse and the stray hits being problematic, and if he tried to jump to get away from a roundhouse or something, you're going to be able to DP him or counter that. So he's got to play you more honest, and I don't think medium punch and those types of things are going to be enough to clear some space for him.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? That what you just said. It's the jumping that'll catch me sometimes. That I'm like, oh, come on! Like, he just caught me with the jump. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, even a block one could be problematic against Zangief. You know what I mean? Don't want him there.
Yeah, this cross up light kick is tough to deal with too. As you can't really DP it. It's tough to forward dash against it because it hits so low and that jump angle. I guess if you can get that, his bear grab is kind of free game.
The underrated jumping is? I think jump medium kick is super underrated from Zangief.
For Geef? Oh, no, yeah, they use it. They'll use it.
Right there. What's going on, Killer Smurf?
Well, yeah, I didn't know about that unblockable until actually John told me to set up the crouch medium kick into roundhouse. I've been using it a little bit more. It's been pretty good. I think you said it works on Rufus also, right?
It works on Rufus too, yeah.
Wow. That's the whiff crouch medium kick, correct?
With crouch medium kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a lot here. Wow. I'm seeing. Let me switch scenes. A lot of green, but he does bleed. He's a little human.
Right.
A little human.
But I mean, so Abel. Abel's got two bad ones too. You know what I mean? So with this many characters, you're bound to have them, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably like a few top tier characters who might not have 173. You know what I mean? I expect to, probably like Elena or, either you, Seth, Akuma probably don't have anything that bad against them.
I found it. I'm gonna send you the link right now.
Do it. All right. So, another top tier character that I like to talk about. I like to talk about Sea Viper. I think she's effective, but I also think that she's like not that good at the same time. Like I don't know. How do you create a top tier character that is like? I feel like you have to beat the player when you're playing Sea Viper. Like you have to beat your opponent. So does Adon run her over? Because I feel like with his speed, his jump ins, him being on you, it's just stuff that she doesn't like, especially with 7-frame Thunder Knuckle or whatever that is.
Well, Bori played what's it called? Trey not too long ago.
Okay.
However, I think that matchup is even, and I had a discussion about this in my stream. I think that matchup is reactionary for both sides. Yeah, you can't really. I mean, she's got ways to bypass neutral, so you can't really play the neutral game like you'd want to.
True. Because when those burn kicks are hitting, you don't really have anything that's hitting upward like that. You're more so hitting horizontal, maybe like just above head height, if anything. You know what I mean? With your air jags, and she's gonna be probably maybe a square above that. Just picturing in my head. Okay.
Yeah, so I
a tough
I think
one
it's
for me.
even.
Yeah, it's John knows it a lot better than I do. Obviously, that
Oh,
matchup to me, I haven't played much of.
Mhm.
Obviously, there aren't really many until now that Trey came to PC. There weren't many Vipers at all to practice against. So in my opinion, I kind of think Burn Kick is a little bit more difficult to deal with, but you got that kind of seeing different scenarios. You can forward dash it to get right under it and punish right after. If she's in the corner, you get a double rising jag juggle. But the only thing I did see that you can jump in with Fierce and then just do another Fierce to kind of deal with her EX Thunder Knuckle. And
Yeah.
It'll
or
trade?
her burn kick on wake up. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I
Active
think it beats it
frames.
clean.
Oh. Oh no, because it's not invincible till active. It's just before with the Thunder Knuckle.
Right.
Yeah. Let me
I'm
see if we have
not
Adon
exactly sure of the
versus
frames, but
Viper. Should be some with all the
Yeah,
online
there's
play.
Latif. There's Latif in Gamerby. I think that's probably like the best one.
See if we can find that here.
I was looking at that one the other day. That's a good one there.
Latif and Gamerby. Let's see.
Yeah, but I think that matchup is entirely
Evo 2013.
reactionary.
Let's
Yeah,
check it out.
I mean, I mean, you guys tell me, when's the last time you saw like a Viper actually just try to play neutral? Like it's you don't
What?
really
They
see
do
it.
that?
Never.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
Why would I do that? I have all these gadgets.
Yeah, they have the gadgets to bypass it. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
So let's see what we got here. Latif Gamerby off stream on the Asus VH236, the official monitor that got us to this point in time. That got us the esports money.
I still have my 238 with the
Dude.
speakers in it.
I got two. I got one set up and I got a 4K monitor.
Yeah, that thing's probably gonna last forever.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Burn kick out. Yeah, because you can't really do anything when she's that high up. So if she decides to like run away, you can't really chase her down, right? Because the Jaguar kick, she's gonna be able to recover and get out of there, right? That's just my assumption.
She tries to. Yeah. But what you really want to do is close the distance with the dash. But yeah, I have this matchup as an even 5-5. Like it's, you do what you do, she does what she's gonna do, and that's it.
Good old Street Fighter match. I like that though. Those sounds like a fun match to play for both players.
What is this match? Who's playing?
You got C Viper, Adon.
Nope. And Gamerby, or Gamerby and Latif.
Thank you. Yes, I know which character's on screen.
I thought like you weren't looking. Yeah.
That's another tool that I had to figure out too. Her burn kit can be stuffed with neutral jump roundhouse.
Off the forward throw.
They have pretty good ranges.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah, and Lou brought up Red Focus buff. Yeah, definitely annoying for her. Off the Thunder Knuckle. Oh.
Yeah, she could already get a bunch of ultras, but now it just makes it so much easier in neutral.
Yeah.
It makes it more valuable to play,
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. After this one, I'm just gonna fast forward. But it definitely seems like nobody really has the advantage. Like when somebody's running their game, like it's them winning. It's not like Viper's struggling in this specific position.
Yeah, which is why I have it as like a 5-home. It's a tough matchup to quantify to people because it's like you kind of just got to play it. You kind of got to play it.
Absolutely, you got to get the experience. Absolutely.
No, that sounds about right. That's what I'm seeing here.
And he can also get the that EX Rising Jaguar mid screen on her, but it only hits once, so it's not really anything worth doing.
I thought he was gonna do it. I felt it. Next touch. Oh, surprise. Dead? Yeah, he's got to be dead. Yep. Put your hand in your face. I would do that too, cause you fucked up. You had it. You had it. Nah, those are the hard losses to take, especially in tournaments. Like, yeah, I'm beating this guy, and then nope, 40% life, you lost. But I mean,
that's why he has so many decent matchups. I think he can come back in a flash. I mean, it's 10 seconds, and he can technically be even with you.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a fast character, and the combos are quick. These aren't long combos. You know what I mean? It's the next mix-up is coming right after it.
I think you have to make a lot of decisions in this matchup, man, because he's not a real combo heavy character. He does a lot of damage, but it's more in and out, and for both characters to be in at the same time and have kind of similar buttons. It's to me, I don't know. I think the burn kick makes the difference in this matchup for me. For it to be in Viper's favor.
Mm. It's another interesting one. You know, it's a long-term match. This match has been around for a long time. How do you guys do against Cammy? She's made a lot of changes throughout time. How did it end up in Ultra Adon versus Cammy?
So I think the nerfs actually hurt her a bit, and because of that, I think this matchup went from maybe her favor slightly to an even matchup now.
Yeah.
And by nerfs, I mean like the system-wide changes with delayed wake up and whatnot. She didn't get the easy setup anymore. Like it was gone.
Had to actually play some Street Fighter now, and
he had to play some Street Fighter. Yeah, exactly.
And she can be autocorrect DP'd and all that stuff at this point because it's not so instant anymore.
Yeah.
And how's dealing with the dives in general? Is your DP effective there? Or is it something you do have to deal with without bar, or what do you got going on there?
Well, the DP is effective there, and actually, her dive kick doesn't, unless it's EX, like they're gonna use like the regular dive kick off setups and stuff like that. It doesn't really cross up like you would think it would. But yeah, I think this matchup's even. I think, like I said, we talked about what Adon has in Decapre. He's got it on Cammy too.
Oh, man, this guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Free J. All right.
It's like F your couch, man. I need to get a GIF up so I can just play that every time somebody tells me something I don't like about their character.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the neutral. I think it's actually in Adon's favor, because she's kind of just like fishing for that low forward and the neutral, movement and positioning. Not necessarily looking for the like other buttons. She just wants that low forward spiral or knockdown. So I think a lot of Cammy players can be narrow-minded in that sense, and that hurts them in the long run.
Let me see. So we got oh wait, they showed me Cammy at some point. Did Funko try to Cammy this guy?
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
It's like, I lost a tournament. Oh, Punko, how'd you lose? I picked Cammy against GamerV. Why did you do that? And then he still beat him. Oh, man.
Disgusting commander.
Are you able to option select Seth's teleport like you can with Akuma?
Well, you can, but you go different directions.
Yeah.
Actually,
with Jacktooth, I mean.
Yeah, what I do against Seth Bori is if they try to hit you with the fireball setup, I will do EX Jacktooth, and depending on where they go, it should track them. Either it'll hit them cross up or it'll track them.
Ridiculous.
I like that matchup a lot.
Yeah, I like. Or what match are you speaking, Seth or Cammy?
Seth. Sorry. Yeah, Cammy's more even.
I agree. I like that match. I like playing against Seth as well.
All right. So I found the matchup finally. I had to.
Okay, yeah, definitely drop that in the Discord chat. I'll pull that up in a sec. Let's see what we got here. We got a lot of matchups done. I was gonna go to Ibuki because hold up. What did I do? This is J. Ibuki. Yeah, I was curious as to what actually happens there. Are the neckbreaker mix-ups too much? Does Adon get out of them?
He gets the thing to do, I don't know if you know this, Bori, but the thing to do against Ibuki is never delay wake up.
Never delay wake up.
Because her setups don't work.
Her kunai stuff is,
they don't work on Adon.
Nani?
Yeah, but if you delay wake up, you're going to get hit. There's a match of me playing EX Pugera.
I'll definitely pull up Pugera. I got Gamer B versus Sako at Evo 2014. Let me see. We'll pull up.
Yeah, but I think Adon wins that matchup only because he has the easiest unblockable in the world on Ibuki.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. Casuals. It's on somebody's channel. Well, I'm pulling it up in a second, guys. Give me a moment.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know too many of the fine details of this one. I kind of play this one straight up. Just look for her to EXDP and dash, kind of block the kunai mix-ups.
Yeah, and this is when I was really good at that matchup too. And Pugera was probably the best Ibuki in the world at this time. And I think he beats me 2-1 because we're playing casual, so it was first to 2. The next person runs up. But yeah, I had good Ibuki experience. Obviously, Claky D was from my area. Thrill House was another Ibuki player who was like learned from Claky D. So yeah, I had a Ibuki experience. Yeah, the easiest unblockable in the world is back throw, low strong, cross up, medium kick. It'll land in front or back if you time it right on Ibuki, which Pugera beats in the video. You guys will see in a second.
Yeah, I think most of my time in this matchup was learning how to figuring out how to block the kunais and which direction I need to be in.
It's always one direction. They don't work. That's why I said never delay wake up in this. If you delay wake up, you're eating a cross up one for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like normal Street Fighter so far. Nothing too okay, so hold on, that was
Unblockable.
jab
He knows
into
how.
it.
Yeah.
So how do you escape that? What was that? Just a delay EX wake up?
Delay EXDP beats that. Yeah. But I thought he was going to delay wake up, so he didn't. So that's why I did the jab.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I think this matchup's even. Like it's even. Yeah, like you right here. Don't delay wake up. That stuff doesn't work. It doesn't work on Adon.
Yeah, this stuff really isn't that's scary. It's mostly that EXDP you have to watch out for in the neutral. And the Hertsatsu, I guess.
Yeah, it just seems annoying. It doesn't. I don't feel like what I'm seeing is like anything that would be particularly effective against Adon, more so than it would be against any other character in the roster. Hold on, I do want to see this round that you win here. Oof. Ooh. Okay. Big nasty.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah, that's the optimal punish you should do. Every character can do that on Ibuki.
Nice dash. Like Crush Hard Punch. Really good button. I like that.
It's a really good button.
I think I win this set, and then he takes it, if I'm not mistaken. Or win this game, I should say. Not the set, because he takes the set.
Yeah, that's it. Done. You dealt with 0 mix-ups. Okay. Yeah, that was non-reversal EX Kazakiri.
Yep. Yeah. So that's what beats it.
Wow. What attention to detail. True master. But still not enough to take this game. Wow, really? That was far.
Yeah. He was doing that a lot to people in tournament in casuals. So I don't know if he was OSing or he was just doing it as like reads, but he was doing that to a lot of people in casuals. I think he did that tournament too.
As a whiff punish, EX Kazakiri.
Yeah.
Damn, and that's probably the third or fourth jump he's gone trying to mix you up.
And I'm telling you, they don't work on Adon. So
yeah, no, clearly.
And you just block one way.
Okay, and then what did you say that number was? You said this was. Did I put in the list
already? I said 6'4" Adon though.
6'4" Adon. And Bordy, did you agree with that? Is that something you feel as well?
That one I don't have too much experience with.
Okay.
I'm kind of down on that one.
Okay. And that's
I say 6'4", like I said, because the big thing of my matchup base is like how many tools can you eliminate, and I think in that matchup, Adon eliminates her biggest tool, which is her ability to mix up.
No, I agree, and I came to a similar conclusion with Dee Jay. She has to work harder to mix him up, and if they show me that they're doing that, it's very easy to identify that they're doing that and work around it. You know, as you see, you know what I mean. You know that she can't just do the mix up. So once they start adapting, it's like, oh, okay, well, now we're playing this game.
Yeah.
So for sure, okay. So
but he beat me like straight up playing Street Fighter. So but he understood like the mix ups don't work. He's not falling for the kunais because he knows that they don't work on Adon.
Yeah.
That's something I learned very early on.
Yeah, it's very when you playing the game for so long and you're such a high level, such a strong player. When you fight somebody who plays a matchup and they know it just as well as you do, you know what I mean? It's always a great feeling, even if it's not in your favor. It's like, man, this guy really knows how to play. I love when somebody really shows me the matchup knowledge. So in that short set, I saw it from Pugera, But
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
good
the
shit.
link in the chat shows you like the nuances of the Geef matchup.
Let's see. I can pull this up here. You know, and you got a timestamp for your boy. Okay, so let's do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna go
right at the start. Because let me give you some backstory for EJ. Swix has been on a tirade, or was on a tirade at one point, saying that the Sagat Geef match is 5-5, and he doesn't fall under these archaic views of matchups. So
Archaic. Oof.
yeah. So it's been a mission for me to play Sagat against all the Geefs. So Flo is aware of this, and he started this set
Now, is this match
going
better
to
or same thing? Let's go.
wow. And I went 8 on the whole way. And this was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oof. There's buttons here.
Like look at that, he's already in the corner.
Was it Street Fighter 2?
He's in the corner. There's the stun.
It's like, okay, you caught me, but now what?
Yeah.
You're still one hit from losing. So, can you play perfect?
Yeah, I mean, you see that.
Okay.
This is why I
One
think
good
this
decision.
matchup's 5-5.
Oh, yeah, and then, oh, okay.
I didn't DP. I see.
Oh,
But like I said, I'm not worried about it.
now what do you got? Oh, wait, did he?
Yeah, that's punishable. That's why you
Wow.
can't really do that in this matchup. I think I lose this. Yep.
Huh? So, you sent this clip to showcase. What were you
Just
showing
how
here?
fast he got. Well, you can watch it again. It's
Okay.
gonna happen again. He's in the corner as soon as we start. Like he's in the corner.
Look at that. You've
Oh,
already got
also
him a quarter of the way.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention his EX Air Jaguar kick. It's 0 on block, so he can't punish with SPD or Ultra.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I can do that on his wake up, and he's gonna have to hold it.
It's a mix-up.
That's
yeah.
why he did wake up Lariat.
And that's kind of true against a lot of the grappler characters. That's how you kind of get around a lot of.
Ooh, excellent crouch fierce there, John.
And I use this Ultra because a lot of Geef players are gonna kind of gamble with the Ultra 2, and if they go full screen, I get the free punish. That's all it is.
It's one. The Ultra 1 is kind of one of the only ways you can punish Lariat too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Normal's stuck against Lariat.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think I beat him pretty handily this entire games. He actually sent me a GG's thanks for using Adon instead of Geef. But I really think this matchup is 5-5. I mean, like, look, the match starts every time he's cornered.
Yeah, but it seems like once he gets going, it is air quotes typical Geef stuff, but you got to deal with it the same way everybody else does,
Yeah.
Like you have a DP, but that can always be, used against you.
I want to see if I go for the... He knows about the unblockable, so he tries to not get hit. I'm trying to bait it.
Yeah,
That's unblockable. Oh no, I don't do it. Yeah.
And Geef is a little more throwable than the other grapplers. Also,
He is.
interesting.
Definitely is.
Okay. All right, so let me get back to my list here.
Yeah. Plus, let me put the caveat though, real quick for EJ. I had years of playing against Snake Eyes.
Fair. But that just shows that it is truly even, though. If you put in the work and you do reach that level of understanding, that it is truly even. So whatever complaints you have as an Adon player, you can work past it. You can make it closer.
Yeah.
I think Snake still. But did he struggle back then with Adon, John?
No, but Snake Eyes was on another level, man. Snake Eyes was beating Sagat players.
Yeah, that
absolutely.
boy's clean. Set play God. Do not mess up.
Yeah, he was mad. You know what's funny? I'll tell a quick little story for EJ. So we used to have a SoCal players chat. Snake Eyes was in it. And I told him that EX Greenhand not knocking down for Geef was a buff, not a nerf. And he got so mad he left the chat. You know what happened that year? He made top 8 at Evo.
Oh my God. No, leaving him standing is dirty, man. That's just scary.
Yeah, especially if you're using like Ultra 2, you want to jump back innately.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
oh, free, let me catch you.
The number one answer to command grab is the neutral jump, and you have the answer to it in your pocket. Like, what the fuck? And now you're gonna be able to force a situation for free just by landing a grounded combo, straight limb, throwing it out there in neutral. Sounds good to me. But a lot of people, a lot of geeks were not happy with that change, though. I do remember that historically.
See, I mean, you're highlighted on Juri. You want to go over Juri real quick?
I think she's overrated, but I think her chart might end up surprising me. I'm trying to remain open to it. It's something I'm working on as a person in general, but I do think that she's a little overrated. But she could just be playing some good old fashioned Street Fighter. You know what I mean? So how does Adon interact with her?
He bodies her.
Okay, good, because I think she should get bodied by more characters. Like I don't see, you know.
It's a 6-4, and I mean I can go into it, but like really, if anybody wants to go check it out for themselves, like I said, Evo Top 8 2015. I knew all the characters GamerB was going to pick Adon with, and that was once I saw he was going up against II. I'm like, oh, he's picking Adon free.
Yeah,
free. It's easy. He outpaces her in the neutral. He has cross-up Jaguar kicks. Her pinwheel is not a good reversal.
Nah, it's just trash.
Yeah, he's got you know, the instant overhead combo setup. So if she blocks that meaty neutral jump roundhouse or jump in roundhouse, he's going straight into jump medium kick, catching that stand block into a fat combo. And the fireball is just, it's nothing. It's first of all, it's got a lot of wind up, and it's not that great. So yeah, he beats his character. I say 6-4.
Yeah, no, definitely sounds like it.
I use Ultra One, yes.
Damn, and Ultra One. Ultra One, I'm assuming there's more damage, right? More raw damage.
It's damage, but yeah, it just nullifies the fireball game, so it's eliminated tool. It was that very first one.
It was the first one was
it was
online.
GamerB.
It was
at Evo. Okay. Should be Evo. They played top 8.
No, this is saying Japan. That's like a card system.
Oh, that's whack. Yeah, no, they played top 8. I wonder why it didn't show up.
Yeah, it's just game guy. Maybe I'll space out II. So let's see here.
Oh, you know what? It might just be one upload. Like the
whole top 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to find it for you.
Perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, because I think you know, although DJ struggles in some areas, when I find matches where I get to use all my tools, it's like, oh, this character can't be good in my head. Like, if I get to use all this stuff, and Juri's one of those characters where I can use all that stuff. Like, she can be annoying. Like, I'm not saying it's free, but with EX Pinwheel being, 14 frames or 10 plus frames at least, like, there's nothing really for a DJ to be afraid of. It's jab, wait, and go crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like Adon could set up similar offense against her.
Yeah, pretty much. I've noticed a lot of Juri players forward dash against him, just to avoid the jag kick. At least in my experience.
That's a smart strategy though. I wouldn't have thought of that because my character's dash is not good, so I don't think to use it that way. But that makes sense with the low profile. Take a chance. I would try that instead of jumping maybe once.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, it's that's what it was. Infiltration used Juri. On GamerB, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. To counter the Elena. That's what it was. Thanks, Pitt. I forgot.
Was that here? Losers finals?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because GamerB went into losers. So you fast forward it because this is a long set.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, this is the
see. Character select, got some nail biting.
Yeah, I think this is where he goes to.
He says for Korea, I gotta do it.
This was a good top 8, man. This is probably one of the best top 8s for Evo. It had everything.
Dude, so much. This game is so good.
Those years were so good, yeah.
Dude, I used to watch all the locals. Like, I would go to sleep in college, like, watching West Coast locals. To what we have now, where I don't pay attention to anything, you know, it's such a vast difference, you know. Before, it's like I just want to digest everything, like who's doing what, like what's going on here, you know what I mean?
That's how
what's
I
the
was.
style,
That's how I was.
And just, you know.
I don't know if it's we got older or the game got whack.
Yeah, I try to keep an open mind, but I'm going with B.
B.
Oh no, healing! What a blunder by Capcom in healing, you know.
Yeah,
but
Lou was asking, how does Juri crouching medium punch and do against. No, it doesn't do well.
Doesn't do well against the Jags. Okay.
Especially crouching fierce. That move has too much startup, so they're more likely to get tagged. But crouching medium punch as an anti-air is great.
Yeah, it is against him.
Yeah, but Lou and I agree that if they made her super healing, I think it would be more balanced.
Yeah, that's the best solution.
A lot of people argue, well, she's going to go into the next round with full meter healing. Well, yeah, or what's she going to do? Is she going to save it for healing or get combo? Like, she can't have both.
Exactly.
So that's always been my line of thinking. If they ever had one more revision, I hope that it would switch healing to the meter.
That and make I need Poison's hitbox to be the same as DJ's, so I can beat her.
I remember when Ultra first came out, her Lynx tail didn't have a vacuum like it did. They added that in the first patch. She was kind of. I remember people calling her kind of ass in the beginning, because she would almost everybody would fall out of the Lynx tail combo.
People weren't doing the big damage, and then once GamerB started putting it together, and then Jay Wong started putting it together, then I was like, oh shit. Then the free healings, from all the knockdowns, it was over.
Yeah.
And then dealing with
the game happened.
Mallet Smash Online. Good luck.
Right.
Like, I played Mostaba. Shout out to Mostaba. I try to play that guy online. I'm like, dude, I'm guessing so preemptively. Yeah. Because it's all I can do.
Fast forward this, because Infiltration's going to win. GamerB is going to pick Adon.
Yeah.
And then it was just
beat
free.
Down.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Sorry, I was talking to you guys.
I try and punish Mallet Smash at any opportunity. I think it's -5 on block. So you have opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
They just have to be really good to not drop it.
Yeah, it's -5.
That should be like a -6, but 5's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I think everybody should get a medium off of that. Like, if you're gonna get a combo, I want a medium button. Oh, he got the Korean bat top.
Yeah, he's Korean.
Yeah. I don't know. I never could use it. It felt a little weird. My boy bought one because he was a Tekken player. I could see how it'd be good for Tekken, but I don't see it for Street Fighter.
That's what I play on, is the bat top.
The Korean bat top?
I can't do it.
No,
because if it's just the shape of the top, then that's different. That's whatever you like. But
yeah,
the actual Korean stick is like different on the internals. It doesn't use like a gate. It's I forgot what it is.
The only time I use a Korean stick is when we play Street Fighter at Barcade. Something like that. Old janky, like one stick is different than the other stick. Jab doesn't work on the left side, medium doesn't work on the right side. Which one you want?
That's it. Yeah, drink your beer and put your quarters in.
Yeah, just lose your money.
That was the easy one for Gamer B. He took that pretty handily. He's breathing heavy, but it's just a moment. I don't think it's a matchup.
Yeah, he's figuring it out.
Plus, it's Infiltration. I think Infiltration was like, he used Juri a lot this tournament. I think this tournament, he played Velociraptor, and Velociraptor was the one that sent him to lose this tournament or the year before.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that being a big
He was using
moment.
Juri. Yeah, that might be online somewhere, but yeah, I think Bori and I both agree that she loses this matchup. I have it at 6-4. Bori, what do you have it at?
Absolutely, I can agree with that.
And she's not that far in, already in the corner. She's being harassed.
Right. Oh, he didn't do it. I thought he was gonna do it.
What does he do from here?
Yeah.
Eventually could EX Jaguar kick if he feels the need. Okay, space, can't punish it. What a bully. He's just been there menacing. That's it.
That's really the goal. Get him in the corner and keep him
standing there menacingly.
Yeah, look at that.
And that round, that was so awesome.
Wee woo.
Look, a lot of people.
Oh no! Gamer B's ready to go on to the tournament. He blocked the overhead.
A lot of people don't agree with me on this, but I think that I would have preferred the stand roundhouse being one hit.
Why?
Okay, so here's why. Obviously 2 hits is great; it breaks damage. But if it's one hit, it's 80-40, I think, or 40-80. So if it's one hit, you're getting that entire damage every time.
Oh no, I'm going to Capcom. Miss Finster, we gotta rebalance this. It's not happening.
And it made the grappler matchups, because I played the beta. The grappler matchups were so much easier because you're getting that hit right there, the stray roundhouse hit.
Wow, what a victory.
That was 120. That was 120.
Jeez.
Yeah. That was 120 in grappler matches in the beta, so the grapplers were no problem for Adon because you're getting one hit in that matchup anyway. So as
counter hit? Oh my god,
and
that's like a throw. So it's like a throw.
Yeah. So as opposed to getting 80 damage in the regular, what we know now, you'd get 120 plus the counter hit. Granted, the risk is now they can focus, but that's fine. There's a lot of characters with force. Yeah.
I mean, but you have Jaguar kick. Yeah, I would definitely agree. Let's go to we got Juri, you got her at 6'4". Yeah, I got that down. How does he do against Ken?
I have Ken at 5'5".
I was gonna say it's got to be even. Both good offense. It feels like a good Street Fighter matchup. It was giving me kind of vibes like that Steve Viper matchup. You guys are both gonna be trying to do your thing, and better players gonna win.
He could play traditional Shoto if he want. He can mix up with the offensive style. I think overall, Gamer B had the number of Momochi, which is why he went Evil Ryu in the grand finals. Because the year before, because the year before, Gamer B sent him to losers or eliminated him with his Ken. So I think that's why. I think it's a 5-5.
Yeah, I can get with that.
There's not
Ken
really
is not
much
this traditional fireball character. He doesn't really need it. He needs to be next to you, and that's what.
Yeah,
this is another one.
But this is the one where he eliminates him. Yeah.
It's a different one. Hold on. But alright, so that one. Let's talk about Dan, because Dan's an unorthodox character. I was surprised to find that Dan beats Abel. Right? That's 6'4". That's interesting. So is there anything wonky like that? Or is this
is actually a 5-5 match.
Oh man! So what is Dan doing? Because I'm more interested in what Dan's doing, just because Adon, according to this chart, is so strong. What is it? Dan kicks?
It's the Dan kicks.
It 100%. Is.
He can't punish. He can't punish Dan kicks at all, and so he can just abuse it. He could do the block string. You kind of got to take the risk if you think he's gonna do the one. You got to do the DP. But yeah, it's 5-5. His normals are good. He hurts Adon. He makes Adon hurt a lot. I mean, you'll see in this video, look, he's just blocking. He's just blocking. You have to respect Dan. So
it's a big lead
because
too.
Of that, yeah, this matchup is 5-5.
And the Dragon Punch, you gotta at least respect him on offense. So you gotta break up your offense. You can't just go forward. Right. He also whiff punished the neutral jump with EXD and kicks. I was like, yo, Ixion is crazy. This guy's good.
You can't really option select that backdash.
Yeah, YOLO Slide says he's the best backdash in the game.
Honestly, there was a clip somebody uploaded, and I was
that was YOLO Slides.
That was him, right? Okay, I did see that. I was like, wow, that was actually surprisingly effective.
Yeah, and the other reason too, Twinkie Emperor is saying time to pick up Dan better than Yang confirmed. In the matchup, because where Dan excels is where Adon excels, and those stray hits add up. Those stray hits he's gonna get on you, they add up. Look at this. Good damage right off the bat. This match is 5-5.
Oh, he stunned him too. Oh no, not the Gamer B effect.
The light Dan kick is so hard to deal with.
And are any of your non-EX Jaguars fully invincible, or are they just partially?
You can throw the light kick one.
Wow.
You can actually throw it. You'll see it start up, and then they'll just get thrown.
Oh, free. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving him problems. I think I did watch this one. I think Gamer V ends up coming back, but Ixion wins 3 rounds straight to start.
Yeah.
With the Nash haircut. He came in wrong game, but he was ready.
Yeah, this matchup is 5-5.
Gamer B turned that shit backwards, though. Look at how young everybody looks. Good lord.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, Gamer B was probably my age back in that time.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. Alright, so we got a 5-5 there. I'm curious because I hate this character personally. I think Dudley is ridiculous. I don't know what his matchup list is going to show, but the character was just constantly buffed. I don't understand why. does any of those new buffs in Ultra help him? Because I remember the forward heavy causing the airborne state. I could see that one causing Adon trouble, hypothetically. But what do you guys got?
What do you got, Bori?
I think Adon wins a 6-4. To be honest with you.
Wow.
Because his forward heavy punch. It's really both versions of, I guess, standing heavy punch and forward heavy punch. Can be kind of dealt with lows. Of him and his I can't remember the exact name of it, but where he rushes forward. You can also kind of deal with that on reaction, either throw or crouch and medium kick. You can also get the neutral jump medium kick into full kind of air jack combo, and he also does the big boy damage on him. Standing roundhouse is a really effective tool against him. You can jump against Dudley and safe jump, empty jump, bait DP. Yeah, I don't really have too much trouble against Dudley's as Adon. Other characters, yes.
And John, is that something you're seeing too?
I got it at 5-5 actually. When I play Smug, and I only have all-time matchup experience against Dudley. Maybe like 2 or 3 people. One of them was Mocha Latte, which is in that Olympic gaming video. The other one is Smug. I played Smug actually at his first major at NEC that year I went. That was his first major, and he beat me to advance in top 32. But it went to the last game last round. I played Smug maybe a few weeks ago on Roman's stream, and we were going back and forth. So I think it's an even matchup. Everything what Bori said, yeah, that works. But I think it's just, like I said with Makoto, the damage that he can do outweighs anything that Adon can do against him. Like, they mitigate each other. And basically a wash. I think it's 5-5.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to 2-hit stun and kill you, is my assumption, or 2-hit throw and that kind of stuff. Okay, interesting. Oh, how do we not cover Evil Ryu? Is Evil Ryu suffer the same problems as Ryu, or is the crouch medium kick and the damage enough, and the dive kick too? What do you have?
So as opposed to Ryu, that's enough to bring him from 6-4 to 5-5. I have this matchup as 5-5. For what you said, that's really all it is. And he's got utilization of red focus. I mean, and that's why you saw Momochi versus Gamerby at Evo 2015. He went from getting bracket reset to Ken to switching to Evil Ryu to give himself a better disadvantage. And Gamerby, had beaten Daigo with Elena and chose to rock it out with Adon. And, it went the distance. Granted, there was like the pause situation, but this matches still went the distance.
Yeah, no, I did check that one out. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go with Elena after beating Daigo, but I guess Evo the moment you want to go out with your shit, you know what I mean? That's what you're comfortable with, so I get it.
Yeah, you kind of have to stay at that range that that Evo Ryu's crouching medium kick will hit you with that red focus, because it's always a dangerous situation going against an Evo Ryu. I mean, the normals I don't think are too bad. Whiff punishing isn't terrible in that matchup. Stand roundhouse is really good. Standing medium kick is actually really good on Evil Ryu's wake up that I've found, at least. I don't know. I'm not really fearful of that matchup in particular. It is pretty fun, in my opinion.
Sounds about even then, if that's how you guys feel. That makes sense.
That's pretty.
The ability to convert and I guess better normals than Ryu definitely make a difference. But at the end of the day,
his crouch and medium kick and into fireball being a true block string kind of makes the difference in that matchup for me.
Yeah, because it forces that space.
Right. And Adon kind of has to stay at that same range to do any damage and kind of wait for his fireball to be able to go over it with either an air jag or medium kick, jaguar kick. So you kind of have to stay in with him, and he can do a lot more damage, I think, than Adon can. But it's a fun one. They can go back and forth on that one.
Alright, let's see. You got a few left. We can run through. Only 3 left. We got Oni, we have Gen, and we have Cody to round it out.
Oh, 3 left, really?
3 left, yeah, man. We've been running through them. I mean, you guys have so many. You guys had so many that you guys ran through, and we're like, yo, nah, this is pretty much this. You guys had good examples, good reasons, and a lot of it I didn't see much to refute. You know what I mean? Most of it just seemed like if I had anything to say against it, it was a Street Fighter thing. You know, like yeah, you can do this, but I could also counter with that. You know.
Yeah. I
Um,
think me and John have kind of spoken about this over time, just little by little, over a period of a year or so,
mhm.
just stream by stream. So I think this it kind of would be more in line with both of our thinkings, I believe. Just because he's showed me at least where my 4-6 matchups for Adon can be 5-5 and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And it's skewed my tier list actually over the past year or two.
No, that's how you develop, man. That's great growth. You know, you definitely can't do it by yourself. You
That's
need
yeah,
that outside perspective.
absolutely.
Do you see this game going on right in the lobby? This guy's name is Taliban Gaming. Oh my god.
Dang. You know, I heard they're
People
turning
are
over a new
ridiculous.
leaf. I
Oh
heard they're turning
man.
over
I
a new
see.
leaf, but I don't
That's
believe
it.
it.
Oh no. Are they for women's rights yet? No, let's not get political here.
No, let's not get.
So
What's
all
our next
right.
character?
Let's go with Gen. I don't know, like what is T3 plays Gen? I'm gonna throw him out there.
That is
What
fine.
happens here? You know, like I don't.
I think this matchup Adon wins. Actually, I'll save you, or I'll segue into it. I think Cody and Gen Adon wins 6-4. Since those are two of the three characters we have left. I feel like Adon controls the space a lot better. The areas that Gen wants to hit. So, for example, he wants that mid range so he can get the hands going in the combo or the hands knockdown, et cetera, et cetera. Sorry if you hear that. My dog he's tired of me sitting here. But yeah, I think he controls the space that Gen wants better than he does. So I think at that reason alone, he beats him. Also, he doesn't have a necessarily great reversal. It's very easy to bait out. The only thing that you really need to watch out for, is the follow up for it. Because there's a lot of times when he's just floating there, and then he'll follow up with a kick, and I see a lot of people get hit by that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you just gotta like if you're just like example, if you're playing Adon, just uppercut after you block the first one. Then it's guaranteed. Like you don't have to worry about that at all. You can't get away with that sort of stuff anymore. Definitely not against Free J.
Yeah, but I mean, also too. I mean, we've talked about the difficulty of the character, and I think Gen is a difficult character to play.
He is.
Yeah, the stances, you got to realize what normals do what. But you know, if you can master them, I think that's the tough thing. But I've been fortunate enough to play, 3 Evo champions out of the however many years this was at Street Fighter 4. I played Cien, I played Infiltration, I played Momochi, and Xian's Gen was pretty legit. I will say he's probably the best Gen I've played, but I still think Adon wins the matchup 6-4. Like there's really, and it goes down to space control. I think he has it, and I'm of the mindset of Daigo when he played his set with Xian, to let him burn the super.
Hey, take the hit, man. Such an expert strategy.
Yeah. Like if it's early in the round, you're going in the second round, and he's got full life, take it.
Yeah, so what? I could see Adon having advantage and Gen having trouble in neutral, dealing with Jaguar kicks and dealing with the horizontal space being controlled. Like Gen does his own thing there, but I mean hands chip ain't gonna do much, and he's gonna put himself in probably awkward spaces where maybe Adon can do some things where other characters can't, and I could see Gen just pulling back and him having a more defensive ground game in that match than Adon would have to.
Yeah. And then Bori, what do you think about this? Because this is also one of those characters where he's got that holy grail combo where he can link to Ultra 2 the same way.
Yeah, no, he's well. I mean, I can agree with that. Him losing that matchup. The only thing kind of scary about Gen is you have to watch your head on wake up, because if he has meter, he can hit you a cross up and hit you with either the waterfall kick or Ultra 1 or anything to be able to really skew the matchup in his favor. Crouching medium punch is decent into hands to keep Adon out, but he can't really deal with Jaguar kicks at all. I mean, not effectively. Waterfall, like John said, waterfall kick can be baited. It's not easy to punish, but you can punish it. And then mix them up, either cross under or do Gen can get mixed up just because he's a little bit more difficult to deal with different stances, and Adon's moving, jumping across the screen, crossing you up 5-6 times, and it gets hard to deal with for Gen.
Also, people forget about this. Free J, I don't know if you remember or if you played Vanilla a lot. His jump arc was nerfed.
Oh, I know. I remember. I remember. Yeah, with the stun of a normal jump in.
Yeah. So that doesn't hurt. That doesn't help him. And in fact, we were at Tony's a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about the Panda Gaming, Gan combo challenge, and he was like, they're doing the wrong one. They have to do the vanilla one because the vanilla one was the same as the last trial, except they had you do jump in crane stance into that rest of that combo. And it's hard. It's hard.
Oh, the double roundhouse switch on the ground, right?
Yeah, because but he doesn't have a normal jump trajectory.
Yeah, no, that shit was a pain in the ass. I was playing ROG at the time, and I was having a hard time getting Fierce out, reacting with headbutt. I was also not as good as a player, but still, though, I remember it being annoying. Like, yo, this guy's jumping on me for free.
It was pretty free.
Well, we talked about this too. Sometimes people don't resonate with the character that they're using, and it took a whole iteration for you to find DJ and resonate with that character.
No, absolutely. You got to play what's best for you. People are like, oh, just if you could take your skill in. I was like, you think I didn't think of that? You think I don't want to win? You dumb? Like I've heard that so many times. But yeah, no. Once you find the character that's right for you, you know what I mean. That's what I think matters the most. And also who you're having fun with. If winning's important to you, then do what it takes, and don't complain about what it takes because you chose winning. Not fun. But I definitely hear you. Great point, John. And I want to talk about Cody. I could see Cody being secretly not so bad in this matchup. Maybe dealing with Jax can be annoying, but he's got some good anti-air, he's got some good buttons, got some good damage. Jump roundhouse, jump fierce. Like, I don't know. Does Cody have enough to make it even-ish, or is it secretly, or is it just like a regular 6-4 for Adon?
I think it's a regular 6-4. And here's my thing. I don't know if I'm pretty sure everybody does this, but I recognize when they're holding Zonk Knuckle, and if they're holding Zonk Knuckle, I'm throwing. I'm throwing every time, and I'll take that free damage because a lot of times people will hold with the weird buttons and they can't tech at the same time. When I play, because I play a little bit of Cody, I always hold Zonk with Fierce so I can still throw tech, so I can still throw you off.
That's what I do. Same thing.
Yeah, but when you could tell, and then what I do is I'll try to bait it so they lose the Zonk Knuckle, so I'll go off the wall and land very far away, and I'll see it come out. I'm like, okay, that's the type of player they are. But yeah, just it's 6-4. I think Cody does damage, but when Adon's pressuring him, it's not really much he can do. Like, not really.
Yeah, what does this get off me moves? He's got EX, you got Zonk, which is slow,
Criminal
right?
upper.
Criminal upper is fast as it's throwable. No, it's unthrowable, and it's slightly invincible. Some mix there, I believe.
I want to say it is throwable. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I have thrown it on Wake Up. I could be wrong.
It's not full though, right? It's definitely not full invincible.
Yeah.
Something's missing. All right.
It might be strike invincible at a certain number of frames. I think that's
got it. Definitely a Street Fighter 4 type property.
Yeah, and, but I think because of that though, like it's 6-4. It's 6-4 Adon. I mean, it's not really much. I think you can just bait him. You can mix him up really well. And even on the ground, I think Cody's got, low short, which is great. Stand roundhouse, which is a great tool against Jaguar kick. But other than that, like, Adon can, he can couch fierce stand roundhouse. He can, just block the low. Oh, shoot, someone's mad. He can block the low short. And if they're not confirming, if they're just doing it, you're going to see them mess up. So, it has to be a really good Cody player. But again, even at, the highest level, I still think it's a 6-4 Adon's favor.
You'll see a lot of the Cody players that kind of know the matchup or have played in Adon. They'll slide more than usual just to try and catch the medium kick jag. But you can kind of redirect their mind with heavy kick.
Let me add to that too, Bori. Is I think it's not as good as DJ. So if the slide looks the same, but it doesn't have the same properties, it doesn't knock down. I think it air resets.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not even good, and you can even hit it. Like even if they do it at the right time, you can outright win sometimes. So the slide isn't as good as DJ's is in the matchup.
Right, exactly. Most of the time, but with me at least, they'll try and make me whiff it if I'm throwing out too many medium jaguar kicks, and I'll just go right over, and they've got enough time to kind of crouch medium or crouch short into a criminal up or really do whatever they need to do at that point. That's really the only thing I'm thinking about at that moment. Everything else can be dealt with Cody at least. Zongoku can be baited and punished, and what else? There's not really too much. I mean, he can anti-air back medium punch to go in, but it's not really fast enough to deal with jaguar kick, so you can't do it on reaction. I've noticed with Cody that light jaguar kick is actually pretty effective. It might be just an on thing, honestly, but it's hard for them to deal with like light jaguar kicks at range.
Yeah, no, definitely is, unless they're ready with Zonk Knuckle. Also, what would make it better if what is for Cody players is if the ruffian kicks didn't have so much startup, but unfortunately they do, so it's not really a reliable tool to try to anti-air the jaguar kick or just hit the jaguar kick. However, I will say this, and I talked about it yesterday on my stream. I think trying to reversal, DP whatever you have as a reversal. I think trying to reversal the jaguar kick is the wrong way to go. I'm more of the Dave strategy, which is just jump back or neutral jump it, and you'll get a fatter punish that way. Yeah.
Right. Yep, making it whiff is how you beat Adon, to be honest with you. Find a way to make it whiff.
Because DPs do like 120 to like 150, and if you have meter and your character can FADC, but other than that, would you want the 120 to 150 damage, or would you want a fat like 250 to 380 damage? Like, the choice is yours.
Yeah. All right, we got
that is
one last character. And already, I mean, Adon is already, according to the numbers, according to Boricuda and Blockbuster John, Adon is a better character than Abel. We got the numbers here. You're already 13 points higher, and you have one matchup left. And I'm going to assume this one's also in your favor. We got a traditional fireball character. Yeah, Oni's going to hit like a bus, but he's your traditional Shoto, just slightly different tool set. He's got the step kick, the air movement, but does any of that give Adon any trouble? Is that a thing?
I actually have this at 5-5.
Really interesting. Okay. I'm surprised it's not 6-4.
Because of the damage you're saying, but he's also got tools to stop Drago Kick really well that aren't a DP, which is stand medium kick,
Right.
stand medium kick, stand roundhouse. Yep.
Yes.
Forward Fierce. Forward Fierce is also a good one. And like Adon, he has those things in the neutral are little hits that add up and do a lot of damage. So I think this matchup's 5-5. I really do.
Yeah, and he's a fireball character, can be kind of lumped up in that architecture, so that automatically is 5-5 to me. But the thing that kind of makes it weird for Oni is that standing medium kick. It leaves such weird hitboxes when you jump in. Like sometimes if you I think I've got a clip of it somewhere. I tried to jump in, empty jump in, throw, and he crouching or standing medium kick, and the animation went from behind me to in front of me within a second, and just off of that button. And there's stuff like that kind of goes on in that matchup that is really weird. But I mean, in the general sense of it, he's still a fireball character that can be punished with everything Adon has, to be honest with you. His I'm not sure if I can't remember the frames on his forward heavy punch, but I don't think it can be punished on block. I don't think so.
It might be -8 or something like that. I think Rod can ultra or something interesting like that. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna put the numbers right now. I think it's something interesting like that, but I'm gonna double check. Don't quote me yet. Let's see. Oni forward heavy punch is
-9.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I thought it was 8.
Yeah, but I don't think Adon has anything that can reach it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, super far. It's so far.
That's a tough one.
Wow, so we finished Adon. Let's look at this list here. Wait,
real quick though, did we go over Sagat, or did we just gloss over him real quick?
We kind of glossed over him. If you want to, if you want to beat Lou in the head with a point, you know what I mean? You got,
Well, I think I think
Said
Lou
3
agrees.
hours.
I think Lou agrees with me that Adon wins the matchup. I don't think there's going to be any argument there. I just think it's 6-4. I also just think it's the fireball recovery that really hurts Adon. Plus he's a bigger character. The mobility's not as good. It's tough. He's got big combos on him as well. It's tough for Sagat to deal with. Sagat has things to deal with, and in particularly me, speaking from my experience, Sagat was my old main. The way I play against Adon players when I'm using Sagat is different than from what I've seen other people do. Like for example, I'll stand roundhouse all day because it'll just stuff Jaguar kicks and whatnot. But I think it's just it's a clean 6-4, not really much to write home about.